Xbox Series X. The X stands for fill in the blank.
Xbox.
Excellent.
Yeah.
It's the excellent.
It's the
box.
Xbox box. Series Xbox.
It's the excellent box.
Seaman.
X gonna give you 4K 120.
That's right.
Times box. It stands for Xbox Series X box.
Series X.
It's a what do they call? It's a recursive acronym.
Pine
right?
is not elm.
That's right. YAML ain't markup language.
Yeah.
Crossbox.
We're doing Watch Dogs Legion. This is an Xbox Series X that we have hooked up here.
Yeah, we did an initial Xbox Series X stream last week, but a lot of the games either weren't ready yet or still under embargo, so we are back to kind of run through the rest of the stuff that we couldn't show then.
Yeah. And so let's just get into it here. I've been playing some Watch Dogs here on an Xbox. Let's see how this loads. Let's see how this loads.
Okay,
let's see how this loads.
Let's see how this loads.
Is this loading?
We'll see how this loads.
This game has terrible load times across the board, to be fair.
Yes.
Wait, like even on
PC.
This is,
even on PC, the load times
PC's
are like astoundingly long.
Yeah,
PC's still last gen.
I have not had a good experience technically with this game. Well, PC's the only version I played so far.
The best loading experience I've had with this game so far has been playing the Xbox One X version on a Series X, which you can't do anymore because of how Smart Delivery works. But before this version was available, you could play the backwards compatible version.
Hang on a minute. format what?
Exactly right.
Format what? You can't just say
poser
format.
ass bag.
That's not a
These
joke.
nuts.
They're trying to get they're just trying to get the help options. They need to know what they're gonna you gotta put your arguments in after it. We should for those joining us for this, people should probably know that Jeff, you're on a bit of a slight delay between the gameplay and your voice. So stuff you say.
I'm piping this gameplay over to Brad, and it'll be a 4 or 5 second delay there.
Jeff's just ahead of us.
He's hacking it.
That's right. I'm hacking it. So this is Watch Dogs Legion, and it's kind of a standard open world game with a pretty underwhelming story, but some fun gadgets and tools to mess around with that make it kind of unique, and also the team aspect of it, where you can kind of recruit any character, is kind of interesting as well. And this menu is still broken across multiple platforms. It's been broken on the PC, where the characters portraits here get messed up, where you see two of my construction worker, even though the one on the right is an intelligence officer with really terrible hair. And and then this guy,
Bruce Paindebane.
This fucking guy is also taking the space of one of my prestige operatives, which is, if you get the expensive version of the game, they give you characters that have good abilities already, which kind of defeats the whole purpose of recruiting characters.
I wonder if those prestige operatives... I'm playing on permadeath, but I haven't had anybody die yet. Also, I just haven't had time to play that much of this game, but
yeah,
I wonder if those prestige operatives can die permanently in that mode.
I would assume so. I would assume that would be the case, but I'm not sure. Let's try and recruit this character here.
In fairness, Ubisoft has a long and storied history of self-defeating pre-order bonuses, things that just sort of make the game maybe a little too easy or a little too accessible in a way that is not ideal.
I mean, I'd say that's pre-order bonuses in general.
Yeah, they love it. They celebrate the concept,
and they're still doing it.
How have you found the reflections in this version? Because I think that's the big thing.
Yeah, it's ray traced puddles, and
ray traced size of buildings. They put out some footage of this for the Series X version specifically that looked incredible. But
yeah,
they picked the most nighttime, most wet pavement areas of the game to show. So that stuff really pops. Obviously, it's kind of.
It looked like you were driving over ice.
It's a little less prominent, like day to day, I guess.
Yeah, I think this game, it runs okay. The performance is not amazing. The resolution doesn't strike me as amazing. Like, it runs acceptably well. It's a fine console version of the game, but the PC version has such high requirements that, this may be the best way for you to run it, depending on what you got. So, Yeah.
Are you reflected in the car windows? Like, does that?
I'll run back and try and find out here. I don't know. I don't actually.
Oh,
know.
sorry. Right. Yeah. I forgot you're a little past
Got
there.
a little time warp. As soon as hopefully
Yeah.
OBS 26.1 comes out, this should not be a problem anymore.
Yes, I am. I see myself in the car window here, this back window.
Oh yeah. Oh look at
Or even in the car itself, not even just the window. So yeah, the whole thing with this game is you can hit this button and get details on anyone you like, and it'll say like, hey, here's some abilities or some traits that this character may have, and if they are positive or negative towards your sick hacker gang, this board game designer is neutral, so he'd be relatively easy to recruit. And so like the security guards for the enemy PMC that has infiltrated London is it's a lot harder to get them on your side, but I've done that as well. You unlock abilities that make it so you can kind of learn more about them and all this other stuff. We got this drone man.
Gorgeous little guy, aren't you?
You're a joke.
Ultra low ping AR router, so sexy.
How is the
If you want
like
to make a difference,
Oh, let's listen.
you should
Hold
work
on.
with us.
So you're dead tech, great. I need you to destroy my life's work.
Come again?
I used to work in a pharmaceutical lab, then my dick boss goes and sells my research to Albion and right-sizes me out of the company. Now I hear they're running some tests in some top-secret military lab. God only knows what sort of evil shit
Is this
they're
just
using
my confirmation
research for.
bias because I know about this already, that I feel like I hear
Basically,
the
I want
voice
you to destroy
processing
it.
in these
I'll
lines of
send you all
dialogue?
the intel I have.
Some of them
I
get
was
way
gonna
more
ask about-
extreme in a way
Okay.
that you have to
Can you
hear
help me out with this?
because
I'll
it sounds
owe you
super
one.
fake.
A big
But
one.
some of them sound fine. Some of them
Bandit,
don't.
some assistance, please.
Well, I've got nothing coming up when I noodle evil lab, but fortunately we've been given the
Okay, so to get him to join our gang, we're gonna have to go do something for him, and that's how all this stuff goes. Even the people that are anti-DedSec, there are things that you would have to do, and so I think I can even get, even though this guy is not anti. Oh, I've got this other guy that maybe he is. Yeah. So we can hit this deep profile, and that's something I unlocked. You have to spend points to get that, and you'll get a look at their schedule with recruitment leads. And so here are some things that if you do these things, they will make this person like you more. And so like if they identified a Clan Kelly crypto farmer between noon and 1 p.m., I can go find that person and like skim their keys from them, and then this guy will be like, "Oh, that's great, thanks," and he might just join up right there. But instead we got this mission, and we'll try to warp over there. This stuff has been, even though this stuff is a little generic and a little repetitive, I find it, just watching the gears turn on the procedural generation stuff has been way more exciting than the actual story of the game, which has just been a little dull and kind of doesn't. It's just not that exciting.
Oh, that fast travel load time was a lot faster.
Yeah.
Once you're
Once you're in game, the load times are pretty good. Okay, so we gotta break into this and download something. In this case, it's a location of a lab, which then maybe after we get the lab location, we'll have to go to the lab and download something else.
So something I haven't quite understood yet about this game is your recruits. Do you switch at any time, or you switch between missions, or you switch when somebody dies?
I can switch whenever. So I can go over my team page here, even though I'm kind of technically doing something. If I need a cargo drone, construction workers can summon a cargo drone that you can ride on and then fly up onto the rooftops with it, which is very useful. So if that's something I want to do, then I can do that right here. If I want to, I'm going to try this actually. I just went through the hoopla of recruiting a guy who works for Albion, which is the PMC that has replaced the cops in London after some bombings. And so let's switch to him and see if I can just walk into this place and not have to mess around. Though this might not be an Albion base now that I think about it.
A resistance is only as good as the people in it. We're happy to have you.
Thanks. I'm ready to bring real justice where it's needed.
Fuck yeah.
So are you right where you just left off?
Yes.
Exact same spot? Okay.
Did they always do that kind of
double check.
handoff?
I really should
But-
visit more of the city.
Yes, yeah, I'm right outside the location. Yeah, so they'll kind of just do that handoff, and then you'll see that the color of that location has changed because now I can actually just walk right in. If I can find a damn entrance.
Got to be a way in somewhere.
Yeah. That lady has a hammer. What's her trait? I have a hammer. I'll bring my hammer and help your hacker gang with my hammer if you let me sign up. I feel like it's just, there's a lot of stuff in this game that would be like normally in any other open world game, you would just buy a hammer. But
I do think that's really funny, though.
Yeah. And some will be stuff like, I've got my own car. You're like, all right. So that means like
it's
on this,
expensive to drive around London.
yeah, that means when you get to this menu, you could you could just summon a car basically instead of stealing one. And I can take my uniform off if I want to. What's up, bro? Okay, that's all. Avoid getting close to guards or running.
Private military, huh?
Just, you know, wearing the jacket. Let him in.
Somewhere there must be an entrance to this
Here we
building.
go.
Somebody working out or vomiting?
Probably both.
How does this compare to the? So yeah, you did spend a decent amount of time with the Xbox One version, right?
Yeah.
So like what? Just generally, how do you feel this is different and
Higher resolution.
Yeah. Is it noticeable?
I mean, a much faster load time and frame rate, much more stable frame rate than it is on an Xbox One X. I actually found the Xbox One X version to be pretty rotten. It also actually locked up on me a handful of times. And that's on an Xbox One X. Playing that version on an Xbox Series X is kind of a different story because it smoothed out all that frame rate stuff and all that. But no one will ever see that again.
You can no longer do that.
Because it will just download this version instead.
So what you're saying is what you're saying is the Series X is the nanny state console that tells you what version to play.
Yes.
Okay.
PS5 keeps it raw. Yeah.
Are there modes in this game, performance or graphics?
No.
Or...
I'll double check, but
I believe this is it.
yeah, no.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm curious about how this goes because I've yet to. Oh, see, the meter is still filling up, just not as quickly, which that's not that useful.
Lousy mag.
Oh.
Let me just beat this man with a stick real quick here.
Yeah, no, it seems like you're doing a good job of that.
Please end this.
He's wearing a suit. He can't be that much of a threat.
We're going to distract this guy, and then while he's looking at his phone...
Blow up that propane tank.
Oh, that drone saw me do that, so... We're going to, oh, that's a riot drone, so I can't actually do anything to it, because I have not spent the skill points to do that yet.
What's up,
Ooh,
drone?
I've been playing so many open world games that I'm like, which button is the right trigger is run in this game?
Right, let's spread out and look.
What's up, man? Well, this drone seems,
It's following you.
that's
but
not
it doesn't
going
seem to know
good.
what to
That
do
went
with you.
bad. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Not to spoil what's about to happen, but that went bad for me.
Did it?
Sure did.
So is that... So he is down but not out. He can come back if you don't have permadeath on?
He's in jail. Yeah, and I think I think
happen.
permadeath may be a situation where, depending on how you get taken
Yes.
out,
I've had a character.
they may not just immediately die.
I've had a character be incapacitated even on permadeath,
Yeah.
and, and she just kind of popped back to life a few seconds later, elsewhere. So yes, you could be like detained or knocked out without dying, even there.
Yeah.
Have you ever had anybody? I guess there is no concept of death though with the
Your comrade is now
in the
taking
mode
an
you're playing,
Albion
right?
mandated.
So there is, but only because there's a trait that is spontaneous death, may die spontaneously,
Okay.
or death wish, where they may permanently die. And so there's that situation with some characters. But yeah, you know, you have to be shot with guns, and so the enemies don't escalate to lethal weaponry unless unless things get real bad or you do first or something like that. So this guy's in the clink for 23 minutes. But I have a solicitor over here that will occasionally randomly bail out an arrested agent. So if that procs, I guess, while I'm playing, he may get out early.
In 23 minutes, maybe these Albion folks aren't so bad.
Jesus, honestly,
Yeah.
how difficult is it to evade
Yeah,
Albion?
I see
They're
some
absolute
reflections and
morons.
stuff in the glass here. I don't know. I mean, so this game doesn't run great on my PC. It's the game that I started playing and went like, okay, I guess it's time for me to finally do a CPU upgrade because it's really not great. And
it's
so
not shy about telling you that your CPU sucks.
yeah, it has a benchmark that it'll tell you like, hey, your settings are too high. Also, your CPU is the problem, and you can only fix that so much. And
You're running
so,
a 2080 on that machine?
yeah, I have a 2080 Ti, but I also have a 6700K. So it's like, you know, the GPU can hold up its end of the bargain fine for the most part, but the CPU just lets it all down.
In fairness, most games are still fine on that CPU.
Totally,
This
yeah.
this game is just kind of a hog.
But I wonder, as we start to see more and more games built around the spec of these consoles and all that other stuff, you know, how long until, you know, we're just encountering more, you know, these CPUs. That CPU I have is up there in years, so it's
about
meant to be time.
5 years old.
Yeah. So let's see. I guess I don't have too much more to show, honestly. But I could go do the main mission I have, just to do a little bit of story stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we have to get super deep into that stuff.
Yeah. All right.
I mostly just want to see load times and reflections, to be honest.
Yeah, honestly, maybe I'll just call it there. 'Cause, yeah, I don't dislike this game. I think it's got some issues, and I think see, my guy just got out of jail early. Yeah, this game's okay. It doesn't run like perfectly well anywhere, as far as I can tell, unless you've got a really built PC.
Well, this version seems fine. It just, you know.
I would appreciate more frame rate in this game, because I think when you're driving the cars and stuff, and you kind of lose that sense of speed, and you know the steering is not what you want it to be at 30 frames a second, and so that kind of stands out. But you know, just got these puddles.
You know what game does run well on the Series X?
What's that?
Assassin's Creed.
All right, let's take a look at that.
Okay. Also, while you're switching over to that, a couple people in chat are telling me that the original Splinter Cell looks incredible on this thing.
Weird.
Because it's got, like, major performance upgrades. I kind of want to... I don't know if I own that game digitally. Or I might have a disc of that, but I kind of want to see that.
Like original
Yes,
Splinter Cell?
the very first Splinter Cell, they are saying, like, is eye-opening how good it runs and looks.
Wow.
Which I'm kind of curious about now. Like, I've got Fallout 4 installed on this thing because it runs at 60 FPS now on here. Like, their whole weird thing of just, like, a bunch of old games just get their frame rates doubled for free is kind of wild. Like, anyway.
Alex, I've according to this, I've played 46 minutes of Assassin's Creed, so
Okay.
I'm not super deep in. Alex, you've played a lot more of that than that.
Yeah, I'm about the 13-hour, 14-hour mark in this game.
Here's a question I'm going to ask in a way that may tip my hand a little bit. Do you like this game?
There are things about it I like. There are things about it that I think are also kind of laughably bad. Some of which is the acting. So the main characters in this game are okay, but a lot of the NPCs seem to have been populated with day players from Robin Hood Men in Tights. Like, just the most ridiculous, overacted accents and, like, personalities you will you will ever hear in your life. Not as much of a problem with like main characters, but it's a little distracting. It plays fine. It plays like the last 2 Assassin's Creed games, you know, with maybe a little more emphasis on things like stamina meters and whatnot. It runs real nice on this platform, I will say, other than some screen tearing issues here and there when like it's doing the big like swoopy 360 camera stuff.
I've seen a lot of tearing.
I saw
Yeah.
John from Digital Foundry was saying if you have one of the newer TVs that has VRR on it, which is basically G-Sync, that eliminates all that tearing in this.
I mean,
Okay.
that is what variable refresh rate is built to do.
Of
So,
course,
yeah.
yes. I was just saying he has tested and confirmed that is out there.
It is not a constant,
see some.
omnipresent issue.
I see.
Yeah,
but it's
all
there.
of the tearing right there.
It's there.
And in these close-up cutscenes, like the faces tear in weird, like it's just it seems like it happens most often in these sequences as well as the big spinning around stuff. But like the faces look funky because it's just like it's almost like, oh, is the animus broken? What the hell's going on here?
But just the like moment-to-moment running around and the like kind of look and feel of everything when you're just kind of running around the world is considerably better than it is on say a 1X, which is where I've been playing it to start. Which that game is not bad. Like that version does not run horribly, but the frame rate is lower. Like everything about it feels like dialed down a couple of notches, and it just doesn't. Like it was pretty eye-opening going from that one to this one.
So this is the only place I played this game, and like when I first loaded it up and did kind of the initial intro sequence, I had a moment of like, wait, is this the right version of the game? Because it just looked muddy in a weird way, like just textures and just the clarity. The clarity didn't pop for me. It just didn't have a. Yeah, everything just looked blurry and muddy and weird. And now that I'm in town and kind of out of that initial area, like I look at it and go like, oh yeah, of course this is the right version of the game. But something about it looks off to me. I don't know.
I think it looks off in the way that a game that was clearly designed to be cross-generation generally would be. And like, yeah, it's not flawless, but I think it generally speaking, this version does run a lot better than the 1X version does.
Is there a fidelity mode in this, or is this the mode?
That's it. You can mess around with HDR settings, but there is no like performance or texture quality setting.
Yeah. I'm sorry, this is not the most like action-packed part of the game. I basically just like got back to town for the first time, and then have not played much more or any more of it. But
Vinny, where are you at with this? I'm sorry. I have to ask because I think of Vinny as the original Assassin's Creed fan.
Oh yeah, but I left the fold at some point. Yeah, so like, I'm not a huge fan of the direction they took with it. It feels different than the Assassin's Creed games the original design that I liked in it.
You mean like starting with Origins, like they kind of did their big reset?
Starting with yeah.
More of a loop
but
game.
From watching what Alex played, it seems like. Remember how Black Flag seemed really goofy, for like what it was, and kind of not taking itself serious. It was set in a kind of serious environment, but didn't take itself too seriously. This, from watching you play, Alex, it kind of felt like that. Like the game has all the mechanics in there, but it's not taking itself that seriously, and I kind of liked that. Though this just feels. I mean, like the other ones, even to more of an extent here, like a big action game. Like this just feels like a gigantic action game.
I will say that there are parts of this game that are taking itself deathly seriously, but there are other parts that it does feel like it's a little more goofy and frivolous in places. Like it kind of, they tried to thread that needle with Odyssey too, but Odyssey also just got real fucking ridiculous in a number of ways, and I'm curious if this one is going to go in that direction too. They're setting some stuff up in this game, and I'm a long way from finding out what they're setting up, but I am real curious to see what they do with it.
Like present day stuff?
A mixture, yes. It is some of the stuff that is going on in the past where you are playing, and it is also some of the modern day stuff.
The transition into that climbing, in and out of that climbing animation is a little silly.
Yeah,
I mean, look,
I
man,
don't
you
even
can climb on everything.
I don't yeah, you really can, huh?
Yeah. No, you can.
I don't even mean silly when they're like, oh, these characters are funny and they're goofing around. Like, it's almost like unintentional silly. I don't know. There's something about the mood of it that I liked about Black Flag. There was a charm to it that I think was missing a little bit from. I liked Origins for what it was, not necessarily as an Assassin's Creed game, but as just a game. Called something else. But
yeah, that's where I'm at. Like this game, what I've played of this game so far just makes me think like, I could maybe I should go play more Origins. Because I like that
play
game.
more Origins because Origins is really good.
Yeah, I like that game.
I really like that game. But again, like not as an Assassin's Creed game. It's just like here's some action game.
Yeah,
it's really good.
But like Origins got silly too in ways that eventually I started to like with like the remote control arrow thing was like ridiculous and silly, but just made the gameplay fun. And I did not like the, initially for coming to these games, the loot stuff and that. And it seems like, Alex, you said to me that's toned down a bit here. The kind of loot swapping and...
Yeah, the amount of gear that I have been getting has not been anywhere near as voluminous as it was in Odyssey. Like, I'm not constantly tripping over too many axes, too many, swords, too many armor sets and what have you. And maybe that changes as time goes on, but... Because I'm still kind of like in the second area of England. Like, I haven't gotten that deep into it, but... yeah, right now it feels like they are not trying to throw gear sets at you constantly.
Like, part of me, and it's just a different game, or a different series. Part of me still like the walking through a crowded city street trying to blend in, and...
So, they do a little bit of that in this one. They kind of go back to it. There are areas in towns you can go into where you put on your hood, and the idea is to sort of, like, just walk and be, like, unseen by all the different guards and what have you, because, like, you're in a town where the Saxons are very hostile toward you. So they have a little bit of that.
Yeah, like not even like those forced stealth things where you had to listen to people I hated, but like just walking around with your hood up and just flicking your blade in and out. For something about that was like,
it's the classic.
Like you are this like assassin that is like there for one purpose to kill this one person. To alter the events of history.
Yeah, and now it's like, I'm a Viking, and I'm gonna have my boat, and I'm gonna do Viking shit. And like, I think the thing I remembered, like, or maybe not remembered, but like, I don't think I care about Vikings. Except for the Lost Vikings. Olaf, now that's a Viking.
I feel like, I almost feel like what you're talking about tracks with them no longer making everybody wear the hood. Like when all the assassins stopped wearing that same hood is when that identity started going away.
Well, I think this Alex, you said he gets somebody just gives him does he find the blade or?
No, it's gifted to him by a couple of assassins that his Viking brother Sigurd makes friends with. And one of them is like, you shouldn't give that to just anyone. That's our sacred tool. What are you doing? And the other guy's like, it's fine. It's fine. He can have it.
What do you make of so with the start of this game, it does like a little animus thing where it glitches out and you as a little boy turn into a little girl, and then it pops up and says, what do you want to play as, male or female or both? And it'll just switch between the two seemingly. I mean, I picked the both thing because that's the default, and I was like, that's a weird concept. What the fuck is up with that? And I have not switched back to the male version of the character yet. But like, what do you make of that? Because it just seems conceptually fucking strange.
I don't understand how that works.
Well, the animus is glitching. It's crazy. There's two times. It's like
they say there's two data streams coming in, and they're not sure why. That's the justification they have for it. But I don't know. It feels weird.
Is that literally just substituting in a different character model, or is that like two different storylines? Okay.
No, it's the same character.
I see.
A powerful vision.
Like for me, like as somebody who liked the lore in these games up until a point, that to me seems totally fine. Like it's a video game. It seems like this series is the one that could be able to do that because these are just memories anyway that are intertwined with the person in the animus's memories. So like, how do you remember it versus what really happened? That seems like a great way to have those characters swap out.
graybeard.
But also knowing that this is a Ubisoft game and knowing the back history they have about male protagonists and the way that they structure that stuff, and also knowing the stuff we know about Odyssey, where the team very clearly wanted Cassandra to be the protagonist, and then they had to do the other guy, even though he was so clearly coded as the villain, it was almost laughable. I don't know, like, it just, this, I don't know if they would have done this if they hadn't had to have had another fight about this shit, you know what I mean?
Right, just commit.
Yeah.
An elixir to loosen your hooves.
Well, if they've got a good storyline reason for it, that is, that's at least like a little intriguing about what's going on with the Animus and the real world and all that other stuff, right? So at least there's something there that's...
Yeah, I don't want to like say too much about what's happening in the real world stuff, but I will say that it is picking up where it left off with the last two. It is all Layla's stuff. It is about continuing that story and where things are going there.
This looks a lot sharper than what I saw you play on the One X.
Yeah, it's a clear difference, I would say, especially when that game is running in 4K.
Yeah, this is definitely a lot cleaner.
All right, you want to go on a drug trip? Let's have some fun.
Yes.
There are parts of this game where you will just come upon weird mushrooms on the ground, and you eat them, and then you have visions.
I saw nothing, Volka. Felt nothing.
I just passed out for
an
indefinite amount of time, I guess.
Everything is normal and fine.
Harvey.
Gonna get one more of those, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Jason.
Look, they did 3 takes. They're gonna use all of them.
Sigurd.
Oh, good doggy.
When did you arrive?
So I think the short answer is, after watching Alex play this, I want to play this.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
But not necessarily because you're like, oh yeah, Assassin's Creed. You're like, hey, cool Viking game.
Yeah, I like the like, not because it's not because it's like, oh man, I remember Assassin's Creed. It's because the action looked fun, the weapons looked fun, running around and hitting guys with the 2 hammer looked fun. Like the cutscene I saw that's in the quick look with the tree was pretty metal, and that seemed all right.
Now, having said that, would you play it on one of your shiny new next generation consoles, or would you just get the PC version?
I haven't seen anything about the PC version, and at this point, it's it's gonna sound like the most broken record. Sorry, if those load times are amazing on here, I'd play it on one of these. Like load times are a big deal for me, and that somebody has little time to play stuff that eats up a chunk of your time. And
I spent some time last night fast traveling around the map just to see what the loads were like, and I think the longest one I got was maybe 20 seconds.
It seems faster because I've had an SSD in my PC for years, but I feel like this still seems faster in a lot of cases. I think you have a lot of people that are writing that off and just being like, oh, whatever. Why wouldn't you just play the PC version? I got an M2. I got a blah blah blah. But these consoles seem built for that in a different way. That seem like it's doing. It is frequently faster than just I got an SSD in my PC and I'm good.
I mean, there's custom hardware in there to make it faster.
Yeah.
There are new APIs and all that stuff.
Oh, that was a trip. Yeah, and I don't think my PC is going to look better than this.
It is Valka.
I think I'm also a 6700, and I think I'm on a 2070, I think, but
tell me everything.
Yeah, I don't think
my understanding of the horsepower of the Xbox, I think, is competitive with what kind of PC you're talking
following
about.
A wolf.
Yeah.
I saw Odin and the Norman
Odin
spitting the threats of fate. They were watching me. Not watching. They were showing you the way forward. Your
Dumbass.
life, your path. What lies before you.
Don't you know
And
anything?
where it ends.
No, I don't. I got no idea.
And the wolf was eager for my attention, as if it were beckoning me to follow.
You are the wolf-kissed, fated to carry its mark for life. In this case, it might represent your ambition, or your fear.
I saw the gates to Odin's Hall of Slain Champions. They opened for me.
There's trinkets on her head wrap there. The physics on those seems
I
suspect.
don't know what else to say. My memories.
Look, man, physics were very different in like the
They're
800s.
magnetic, and she's got magnets under it too, and it's just pushing them up. Don't worry.
All right.
Sigurd was there, wounded, in pain. His fighting arm was missing. Then the wolf reappeared, the size of a dragon, twisted and terrible. It fixed its eyes on me and struck. Then I woke.
The gods favor you, Eivor. They always have. You will have your glory.
Did you get
but
to
this
ride a horse yet, Jeff?
You will betray
No.
your brother, Sigurd.
That cannot be right.
I did a boat.
The Northnir have spoken.
No, this is wrong.
Yeah, they give you the boat before the horse.
You will
Odin fought
Putting the
against
boat
this
before the
threat.
horse, huh?
Well, here's a horse right here.
Oh yeah. Should go to a stable if you can. I don't know if you can do that yet.
He probably doesn't have it yet.
Okay, you think it's in your town that you make? Oh boy.
Yeah, I think until you build your settlement, you can't do the pre-order bonus thing where you ride a damn wolf.
Okay.
Ooh.
You also get you're in an ability later on that is not the same wolf. You rescue a different wolf, and then that wolf becomes a dog that you can just sick on enemies if you want. The horse seems fine.
The horse does seem fine.
Man,
you should
that's-
jump that
those-
horse
those-
off of something higher then.
Those Viking horses, pretty sturdy stock.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
Nope,
Oh
nope.
no.
Nope.
And
Oh,
we're
no.
okay.
No, you're fine.
If I don't look at it, it can't hurt me.
Wow.
I just want the horse to be happy and have a good time.
Do you have fast travel opened up yet?
Yeah, I think
I'm
so.
just curious to see what those load times are like at some point before you stop.
I mean, we're not loading very far, but I mean,
You could load over to the eagle on the island there.
okay, yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know, we have the quick lookup if you want like more like gameplay detail and stuff.
Yeah,
but, you
for
know,
sure.
like, heavy attacks burn stamina, lights
Yeah.
earn it back, right? Is it the general?
Generally.
And you
And
You
then,
don't
you know,
splash
obviously-
in that water.
Dash moves also burn stamina.
Oh, right, yeah. Good looking water.
Oh yeah, it is.
It is good looking water. Can you see your face in it? Are you reflected in that water? Well, it seems like the boat's in it.
I'm in it.
Oh, you're in it.
I'm in
Oh
it.
yeah, look, you are in it.
I'm in it, and I'm in it. Yeah, let's fast travel. Oh, this one over here.
Yeah, I just figured that's some distance.
Yeah. Pretty fast.
Yeah. Not instantaneous, but quick.
Right.
That is pretty
That's
quick.
pretty fast. Yeah, that's not bad.
That is not what I thought it was gonna do.
You're fine. You're alive.
I'm an
That's all that matters.
assassin.
So I told Vinny about this
Vikings.
during the quick look, but eventually they do teach you the leap of faith, so you can do like the actual dive, but if you do it into one of the straw bales or whatever before they teach you to it, you just dive ass first into it.
Okay. That's pretty good.
But you're fine.
I mean, it's you know, like I said, we got a quick look up on the site if you want to see more stuff. But this is generally what it looks like. I think the snow effect is really good. Like this stuff. Pretty nice.
Next gen snow.
The way it
It's got
collects on your boots and stuff, like that's nice.
This game's got pretty good running around in it.
Yeah.
What else is on this Xbox Series X that we can show off?
Let's look at dirt.
Dart. So this game, I should say, Valhalla. I don't think people in the chat were saying this too. It doesn't have ray tracing.
Sorry.
So this I was. Go ahead.
Before I just want to interject here. Did you quit out of Assassins just now?
No,
You did not.
I did not.
We should, when you're done with Dirt, you should try going back to it and see if it suspended it
Okay.
or not. Because I saw some people saying they had flipped quick resume back on for everything.
I don't know if it's for everything. I know it was a lot of the older games, and then unless they said something else today, but I think yesterday they were saying like, hey, we're working on the Series X optimized games. Like those are kind of coming online one by one. And
for the Resume in particular, you mean?
Yeah.
I think that might be the single most obvious example of like, hey, these things came in super hot. That's like one of the big features they were touting for this platform, right? And then they ended up having to disable it for a lot of the games.
The day before release, they're like, oh, we got to turn that off.
Right. I'm like, they'll get it there, of course. Like, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not like some horrible egg on their face or something.
What I wish they would get past is that what I am just doing here of having to say, yes, this is me with every one of these games, like having the Xbox thing. I know that's like a requirement that they require devs to do and have for 2 generations now. I wish they would just eliminate that. Some games seem to get around it. I think Yakuza actually does, but
yeah, like if you're the only account signed in, it should just assume.
Yeah.
So I think on the One X, Alex, this had a performance and frame rate mode, right?
It has one here as well.
Okay.
And this, I guess, will do 120 if you are so equipped, though I've heard that the graphics maybe take a hit.
So what were the mainstay, like, I have to have this on every platform, old games you immediately installed for this? Mine were Geometry Wars and Ikaruga.
I put Geometry Wars 1 and 2.
Yeah.
I just plugged my hard drive in from my Xbox, so I came in with 300 games or 200 games or something like that.
Those were the only 2 like must-haves, and I put some other stuff on there that was not must-have.
Yeah.
I installed Red Dead Redemption 2 on here for a while to mess with that, but my save on this platform is not deep enough to like fully roam. But it loads pretty quick.
It's a pretty long load there by the standards of some of these other games.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
You should see how long they are in a 1X. They are considerable.
So I believe this is actually, we can check. We can't change it. You have to be out of a race to change. Oh, I can't even go into video options. Very cool. I believe this is.
Oh.
It looks like visual mode.
Yeah, I believe this is.
No, maybe.
I think this is performance mode, and I don't know that I've been fully satisfied with either mode in this game.
Yeah, me either.
This game also had significant tearing, but that was a couple of patches ago, so this is the first time I'm playing it in a little bit. This game, we were all set to stream it in the last stream, and then there was an email saying, "Hey, don't review that build of the game because it's not done. We're still working on some stuff." I'm like, okay.
Specifically, it was the Series X version because the 1X version, I remember they were like, "No, that works. It's fine. You can play
totally,
that."
Yes, it was just the Series X version.
Has anything on Game Pass popped up that's interesting for Series X? Like that?
Let's see. I mean, Tetris Effect Connected, which we're going to take a look at soon.
Yeah,
is on there.
I assume all the first-party stuff, Gears and
here, I'll look at the Game Pass menu right now since I'm sitting here.
Yeah.
This car got squirrely.
Is it Gears
bad?
Tactics and Gears 5 are both optimized?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What did they do for Tactics? Is it just?
It looks good. I mean, it runs at 60.
The camera in more.
Okay. I'd have to put it side by side to say for sure. It looked like I remembered the PC version looking.
Okay.
I think. What did you ask? Like, what else is on Game Pass?
Yeah, like you get this console, plug it in. You've got Game Pass. You know, what do you
do you want to?
What do you download?
Do you want to see the Ori and the Will of the Wisps 6K mode? We should probably fire that up for a minute before this is over.
Yeah.
Will it run in? It'll just downsample like for your.
Yeah.
Okay.
It does
Okay.
It does 6K 60 or 4K 120, and I could totally tell the difference.
You can.
Yes.
Okay. Those wisps, they just disappear when you're at 6K. You can't even see them anymore.
So that was image quality mode. I'm sorry. Yeah, there's image quality or resolution. are the two options it says here, but the thing next to it says choose whether to prioritize visual quality or frame rate. But neither of these is frame rate.
Oh. Oh, you mean
I think
right.
Yeah, that's just some poor wording, I would guess.
Yeah.
Like the wording on this and the font used and everything actually has changed changed dramatically since the first version of this they sent. So I don't know. That's probably a thing where if you have a 120 hertz monitor hooked up, you are probably getting. Wait, that doesn't make sense because image quality, I would think. So that's going to be more bells and whistles, but potentially at a lower resolution if the other option is resolution, right?
Probably.
Like the lighting in image quality mode looks better.
And you can't go to the right again, right?
No.
Okay.
To answer the question of what else is on Game Pass besides the obvious stuff that is XS labeled, The Tourist.
Oh,
with a Y.
Yeah, I've got that installed.
I don't know what that game is.
To make. This menu doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't. Sea of Thieves also on there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we
both have reflections in the car. It's raining indoors in this menu.
Wait. Oh, is it changing as you're going between both of them?
And I'm letting it reload because it loads all the lighting back in and takes a couple of seconds to get there. And I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at.
Planet Coaster Console Edition also has the XS label.
What's the default? I assume it's image quality.
I think so.
Okay.
Here's the main thing about this. This game's okay.
You should hit revert and then just do the other one.
I'll hit default. Okay, yeah, default is image quality. No, wait. Yeah, default is image quality. So let's change it to resolution and go back into a race. I think we can just do the exact same race, so that'll be the best way to tell the difference. I don't much care for this game.
It's okay.
It's
unremarkable.
Does it have like an elaborate story mode for a driving game, or a lot more talking than you might expect?
Yes, so they got Nolan North and Troy Baker to do a podcast underneath the menus about dirt racing.
Does that mean they're friends again?
I guess, or maybe they did the rumored Heat thing, and they were never actually in the same space together. As the Pacino and De Niro of our medium.
This seemed.
Man, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I really don't.
I'm thinking this frame rate's a little smoother.
Yeah, it seems comparable to me.
Yeah.
I wish
the shakiness.
I wish the lighting wasn't so flat here. I'd like to see like a more dynamic just scene in general.
All right, let's just do one more.
I don't know if you have any control over that or not.
Yeah, I mean, I can pick different environments here in the arcade mode and just kind of, oops, nope, I hit start event. That's not. Let's go to Morocco, and we'll go to this one, and we'll change the weather to dynamic, so maybe it'll change during the race. Or actually, I could do dusk. Is that probably the best lighting environment?
Let's get dusk.
Probably.
I got dusk, and I got dusk. Did
this smoking vaping Xbox thing just like blow up on Twitter? I mean, I've been staring at this running the stream all day. Like, it's all anybody in chat is talking about.
I saw it this morning before we started the stream, and
I don't know what the hell's going on there. I have no idea what that's about.
I guess somebody vaped through an Xbox Series X and posted the video.
Cool.
But then it sounds like it's spread as a Series X.
Oh my God, these things are on fire! Yeah,
catching on fire kind of thing.
James, I gotta go.
Oh, like for real? Like not goofing?
I don't know if
people aren't.
I don't know if they're like. As soon as I heard that, I assumed it was somebody trying to escalate the console wars.
Look, here's what I know. I ran this thing overnight, downloading Rock Band DLC, and if that didn't cause the thing to catch on fire, nothing will.
How'd the Rock Band DLC process go?
So, it's a lot snappier than it was on the Xbox One. It's the same process. Like, you still have to go into the back menus and be like, hey, install all this shit. But it did it all pretty automatically overnight. And then when I loaded it up today, it took about 35 minutes to do the full song cache for the first time, which you have to do every time you want to load that game up for the first time.
Yeah.
But but that's also about 4 times, if not faster, than 4 times faster than it normally would be on like a regular console. So it's significant. And the actual just into the game and load is very snappy. It's very quick.
Cool.
Take-Two just picked these guys up, right?
Yes.
Yep.
And I think as far as we could tell on the podcast yesterday, Codemasters doesn't make anything but racing games at this point.
These days, yeah. Well, I remember they, when they were first doing Dirt Rally, they crowdfunded that game.
Huh.
So not Dirt, but when they did the Dirt Rally game, which is their much more hardcore Colin McRae style rally game. I believe they did a crowdfunding campaign for that. They were not, I think for a while there, they were not necessarily doing super great. But then, the Dirt reboots came out. The Dirt Rally game seemed to do reasonably well. I think that, I don't know if people bought that Grid reboot, but, they made it. So I feel like they're doing okay these days, at least with the driving stuff.
Cody's.
Mm-hmm.
And then do they own Slightly Mad Studios? Is that them too?
Yes,
I believe that's the case.
They did.
So what about the Mad Box, the console that Slightly Mad Studios said they were going to make?
Right. Shit. Maybe that's why
it's now the 2K box.
That's why Take-Two bought them. They're going to get into the console game.
Yeah, they're like, what if GTA 5 was on its own console?
You know what? You might be joking, but I bet somebody has had that serious discussion before.
We're going to put out the GTA box. The GTA 5 box is just GTA 5 implemented in the hardware.
They were going to do the Kerbal box, but now it's been delayed to 2023.
Yeah.
I wonder how their Rockstar service is doing. Their Steam or whatever. What's it called? The Rockstar game downloader.
Yeah, I forget what the exact thing is.
Something Club, I think.
They had the Social Club before, but that was
Club,
just.
kind of
I don't think you bought the games from that, did you?
Loyalty program, basically.
Yeah.
All right, well that's Dirt.
Yeah,
that's Dirt.
Fun.
That's Dirt.
It's dirty.
Dirt.
That menu is hilarious.
That's weird. Yeah. And this is on PS5 as well?
It is, yes. I've not seen it there, but yes. Let's play some Tetris.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Codemasters made a lot of games.
Yeah, they've been around a long time.
Yes. Overlord.
Oh, I'll switch back to Valhalla. We'll see what that does.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. I wonder if it maybe also did... Yeah, go for it. Oh, I guess you just did.
Big Nose the Caveman.
Yeah. Okay, the quick resume icon has appeared.
Oh.
And
okay. It's not quite as quick as when we were doing Human Fall Flat. That was pretty quick.
Oh, hey, that's
pretty
all
quick.
right.
That was pretty quick.
Like
That's
that.
pretty quick.
I wonder if it's suspended.
You know what?
I wonder if it's suspended Watch Dogs. Actually.
There's one way to find out.
It's impossible to find out.
no.
Oh, interesting. I wonder if
Let's
it's...
see if that wiped out Assassins.
I wonder if it's... Well, did you quit out of Watch Dogs? Do you remember? Did you
I may have.
manually kill it? We'd have to go back and
Go
look
back
at
to
it.
Dirt.
It would still quick resume back to the main menu though, unless I
Oh.
did manually kill the app, which I don't think I did.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like manually pick. quit.
Yeah, I don't know. We'd have to go back and look at the. We'd have to go back and look.
Yeah.
Okay, there's Assassins
Check
again.
Check the tape.
That's
Check
pretty...
the dirt.
Once that works for every game, that's going to be pretty damn cool.
Yeah. Except for like if you have a save 4 games back that you forgot to hard save,
Yeah.
and then it gets wiped out, and Dirt seems to not support it.
It would
also.
be... It would be nice if it gave you some notification about like, hey, if you suspend this, you're going to lose blank or whatever.
Right.
I feel like Dirt would need one of those like count-in timers too.
Sounds like...
all right, go.
Squigherd in the chat says they've been having the same experience. Like Valhalla works with quick resume, but RE7 and Splinter Cell don't. So Sounds like it's probably still not enabled for every game, but once they get there, that's a pretty killer feature for me, at least.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll disconnect my stream from you, and how about you take the stream over, and then we'll play some Tetris.
All right.
And I'm pushing the button now.
Okay. Well,
boom.
See what happens on my end.
Wait. I still see your stuff. Oh.
How about now?
Do you guys have different themes, or are you just in a different part of the UI?
He might be using a different color than me.
Yeah, you can change color.
I am using a deeper blue, perhaps.
I think that's the one I use.
You can set that stuff here, I believe.
Okay. Very cool.
I need 2 seconds to change a couple things over.
Jeff, have the default icons for profiles changed on this new console? Are they the same like robots and hamburger?
I'm still using hamburger. It still shows the hamburger.
Okay.
Yeah, I made a new avatar at some point because they redid the whatever they call them. Do they just call them avatars? They're just called avatars.
I think they're just called avatars.
Yeah, they remade the avatars on Xbox One, and I made one at that point and forgot. So when I go to and the only place it shows up is like when you look at your achievement leaderboard or something, and then it shows up, and I'm like, it doesn't really look like me.
So wait, can you make one in this UI, like in the Xbox system?
There's an avatar editor that you can download from the store if it's not pre-installed, and you can do it. All that stuff is still there. The Insider Hub, all the apps and all that stuff from Xbox One pretty much just carries over.
Somebody in chat said the next preview version of the dashboard has got some more themes and some stuff like that.
Oh, that's good. I was gonna wait until we were kind of past this day or so of launch and doing these streams before I opted into an insider flight or whatever. Because I saw that there was a build available. I just wasn't sure what was different in it.
Customizing UI. Don't judge me, but I love that they are putting some of that stuff in here. I think that's cool.
Ooh, that's spacey. This is you can play 360 games on your Series X, right?
Yes,
as long as they are supported. That's not a sticking a disc situation. That's we've done the work and the business work to get that on there, and so.
Okay.
But anything that works on the previous platforms.
Yeah, anything that worked on Xbox One,
which
still
is
works.
Quite a few games at this point. Yeah. So
look, man, I can play Ikaruga. That's all that matters.
You might have your game audio muted. I don't know if you unmuted it or not.
I can hear him.
Okay, I mean the stream might.
The stream is getting a different audio feed than your. That should be fixed.
Hey, stream, I got a different audio feed.
So. You guys want to play some co-op Tetris?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys want
to invite me?
Oh man, the only thing better and less frustrating than watching one person play Tetris is watching 3 people play Tetris.
We put up an unfinished of this 2-3 weeks ago. I explained all of it to Ben if you want to go see some in-depth info about all these multiplayer modes, but connected mode is the mode. And I need to figure out...
I want to be connected.
Let's connect. I need to figure out how to get you guys in here real fast.
I think you just hit A and pick that. It'll let you pick a spot, and then you can send invites from there.
I think that's right. We didn't have access to this game until yesterday, so I haven't gotten to spend time with it since that preview thing. Let's just see what happens here. Do I get to tick people off on this list? How does that work?
Oh yeah, just go tick everybody off on this list. Just go through and make them very extremely angry.
What is your name? Alex?
I am Edward Appleby. I should be online.
Are you invisible by any chance?
I can double check.
20 years later, you realize you're not Xbox friends.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
it says I'm offline, which is weird. I'll see if I can fix that.
Okay. Then what? Just
invite the game.
Yeah, I hit that. That doesn't. That's a menu. Some of these pop-up menus don't read very clearly to me.
I have not. I think you may need to hit a button or something to send. Okay, yeah, there you go. There it goes.
Everyone yelling about the loudness of my mic. It's a known problem that is not easy to work around.
I didn't get the invite.
I did.
Yeah,
Because I'm there.
Wait,
You can see it.
invitations? No new invitations is what it says here.
Let me try again. It says invite sent.
Do you have invite notifications turned off?
I'm seeing the invite on my PC because the game bar is open, but
Right.
I wonder if can you just join me? Am I joinable?
I'll try that. I'll try that.
Maniac mod.
Tougher, faster, more deadly.
Do you want to fight a tougher, faster, more deadly version of these bosses?
I don't know. It's been a couple months since I played this game anywhere,
let's play it straight. Although we did do this particular level when I played with Enhance a while back, and there's Jeff. It was quite easy.
Is there local co-op in this?
I believe so.
Yeah, yes. I think
believe-
it's a separate.
I'm pretty sure, yes. All the same modes are available locally. Okay. I guess we're good.
Yeah.
We're good.
USA.
What did you do? Just find me on the list and join?
Yeah.
Weird.
Just looked at my friends list and joined from there.
Is there new music? Yes. They did a bunch of new music for this, is my understanding. So...
Are you guys sharing a pool of pieces or
No. So the boss over there is basically Tetris Battle Gaiden, like the boss.
Okay.
And this is the first boss, so this is pretty easy. But the bosses basically have a bunch of superpowers they will use on you. Like they'll, delete random pieces from your board or turn some of your blocks to stone or, stuff like that. I guess some of the harder bosses can do things like make your board invisible for a few moves. Oh yeah, look at that. So like, they're just throwing junk on there. What we are doing is, you see the little radial around our names down there?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Damn. We are trying to fill that bar up, and the colors are like how much each person has contributed. And
Oh, interesting. Okay.
once that bar fills up, we'll get a fun surprise.
I love surprises.
Well, you're in
And I
luck.
love fun.
You're in luck, because here it goes. Turn up your speakers. And drop pieces.
The controller vibration is serious in this. It's almost too much.
Here it comes.
Oh. What?
Now I can Tetris over here.
Oh, shit.
What? Wait, you can go across the whole board?
Yes.
Oh, you're united.
So we're playing the same board now. Whoever's got the ray of light, it's your turn.
Oh, it's turn-based?
Yes, so just drop.
Wait.
You need to drop as fast as you can. Just fucking drop
I
pieces,
did.
dude.
I did. What am I not doing right?
Wait, drop that piece. There you go. Oh man. This is where it tears people apart. You
Oh,
come
no.
together to tear each other apart.
Are we getting network stuff, or okay?
Pushing up doesn't do anything in this mode. I don't. Like, it stops it from falling. What am I doing? What do you?
I don't know.
What the hell is this?
I don't know what's going on. That's not how it's supposed to work. It's supposed to play like Tetris.
Is it because he cast something on us that screwed it up?
You only get to go when it's your turn. Is that what is happening?
I mean, I can
I think
move
it's
and
working
drop
now.
pieces. They just don't lock in until
You can only go.
it's
when
my turn.
Yes, that's correct.
It's definitely turn-based, yeah. So maybe
Yes,
that's where you guys
we're
are.
supposed to be working together to just make lines. As fast
Okay,
as-
but like the controls, because since it stops the drop and like all that stuff acts weird too.
teamwork,
That's-
man.
This is.
I don't believe in it.
Like everybody was just happy or working on their own little Tetris thing here until
So we're not.
add the fuse up.
So we're not damaging the boss right now. We're only working toward bringing that co-op mode back up, because that's the only time you can actually damage the boss.
Okay. The grand Tetris social experiment.
So watch that radial down there, and when it's getting close, you basically just want to drop pieces as fast as you can, because the more stacked your board is when that phase starts, the more you have to work with. You know, like the more lines you can make faster.
Right.
So like, yeah, right now, like when the beat kicks in, just start fucking dropping pieces as fast as you can. Clean it up later.
It kind of cleans it up there anyway. Like when you warp into this, it.
Yep.
God.
I think we're getting it now.
Yeah, you gotta be on a rhythm. Kind of watch your teammates and just wait for your turn. And then when you get one of those paint pieces, it will crush anything underneath it. If that makes sense. So like if you have empty space, you can push blocks down with it.
Is it turns or is it
Yeah, it's
a
turns.
timer for this?
Oh, so that I'm not clear on.
Oh, it looks like a timer.
I think
Okay.
it's timer, I believe. Yeah.
All right, that did some work.
Yeah, we got him.
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Wow. Like I almost wish, like I think that's neat. I almost wish you could pillage somebody else's banked piece for a little bit of tomfoolery, you know?
And they've got, more directly competitive modes for.
Yeah, the other modes are all head-to-head competitive. In fact, this one can be as well. There is a 4-player version of this where the 4th player controls the boss.
Oh, that's cool.
But if I understood correctly in the meeting I took, that mode is only available at certain times. Kind of like they did their weekend events for the original game.
Oh, it'd be cool to try out like the powers and stuff.
So you don't actually control the powers; those happen automatically. They said for a while they had it where the player triggered all the attacks, but they said it was kind of one thing too many to keep up with. Because you're still playing Tetris at the same time, and there is an offense-defense mechanic for the boss to manage.
You're gonna fuse!
I maybe went a little aggressive with dropping pieces here.
Hey, you did what you wanted to do, man. I respect that.
True.
Jeff, Brad, Alexito, Brad, Alex, Jeffy, Unks.
What are
Unks,
you doing?
yeah.
What's the bit?
You fuse. You're fused. You're fused into one. I'm just saying. You're fused.
You're saying this is a fusing episode?
Yes. I am the fuser.
You can also do whole pieces here.
Oh.
I don't believe in it. Oh boy. And back to the grind. Okay.
Yeah. So we won't get into it too much here because we're not playing the 4-player, but the boss can build up like defense for that mode, basically.
Yeah, I think one of the times when we hit it, it had a flashing
Yes.
defense.
Those little orbs that circle around the boss portrait are sort of like a defensive shield that you can build up. So when you're playing the boss, you can choose to disable your attacks and bank all your moves toward your defense shield instead. Oops.
Oh yeah, you should really just drop everything you have because it
Yeah,
flattens it
yes.
out for you. Yeah.
Different bosses, different themes and songs and music.
Yeah, there's I forget how many different stages there are with multiple bosses per stage. This is the first one because it's the only one you can do until you unlock more. They apparently get pretty tough toward the end.
Do you know if they scale for number of players? If you have 2 or 3?
In terms of how hard they are?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Also, you can die here, and there's like a revival mechanic.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, this boss is just going to eat it.
Yep.
Yep.
Get effed.
Suck it, Sagittarius.
I'm always saying this.
Wow.
That's right.
Play the game.
All right, last boss. And then I know they've announced this, but these modes, multiplayer modes, are coming to the other versions of this game next summer. So
Yeah, so it's not even in like I guess what other versions are there on PC? Is it just it's not on
Epic Games, Oculus, obviously PS4.
So this version in the Windows Store is connected, but the Epic version is not.
I believe that's how it works. Yes.
It's kind of a weird one.
Whoa!
Ah, God.
Oh shit!
Huh. All right.
Bigger.
Drop him.
Drop him, you got him.
Yeah, you really can just like put shit everywhere, huh?
Yep.
I think this is in Game Pass now, right?
It is. Which is awesome because this is a multiplayer game, so that's like what is it, 15 million plus people that have Game Pass? Like, that's a big built-in multiplayer audience right off the bat.
Ooh. They do, I'm a little behind on the business model, but do they do Game Pass separate from Live now, or is that all rolled up?
Game Pass Ultimate is that. It's everything.
But you can buy them separately?
You can, but they removed the most cost-effective way to do that.
Okay.
Which sucks. You can't get the 12-month Xbox Live subscription anymore, which was the cheapest way to get it.
So there will be people who have Game Pass but don't have Xbox Live?
Yeah, there are. I mean, there are theoretically people on PC who just bought the PC Game Pass and not Ultimate, but they won't need Gold to play because they're on PC, which is still a really strange,
weird thing.
Yeah, I thought they were going to do away with Xbox Live this generation and just make everything Game Pass, but does not seem to be the case yet.
Yeah, I think when they removed that offer you were talking about, I think everyone was like, "Oh, here we go."
Yeah.
Like they're just going to eliminate the concept of Gold. But instead, they just buried it a little bit. So it seems like if you're paying Microsoft for any service, you should probably be getting Game Pass along with it at this point.
I did that thing where it converted, it was like some ridiculous deal. I had
I think it's $1.
$1 a year or something. Yeah.
I have it until 2023 at this point.
Yeah. So I have something similar.
Yep, they locked some people in for sure. Oh, that's a
Oh
good
god.
piece. Yeah, I mean, the vibration in this controller is not the DualSense, but it's not bad.
Yeah, it's fine.
I think I just realized my controller's not vibrating at all, and I think I maybe need to turn that on.
I thought you like to have fun.
I don't.
I think I saw Andromeda on Game Pass when I was looking.
They added EA. What are they calling it now?
Oh, that's right.
EA Play.
EA Play.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so you can get all the basic tier EA stuff.
Forgot about that. So that's across all Game Pass flavors, not just Series X.
I don't know if that's just Ultimate or not. That might be regular Game Pass.
That's not a Series X thing. That would be like console agnostic.
Yeah, they don't separate Game Pass service out by console. Just PC or Xbox.
Forgot about that. That's cool.
Yeah. Now you can play Mass Effect Andromeda.
Is it optimized for? It's not optimized for Series X.
No.
Is it optimized to run at all? Well,
I mean, they've got their whole auto upgrade on everything, so it may get some benefit from that anyway. It'll have auto HDR and potentially a higher frame rate.
The auto HDR in Geometry Wars 2 looks great.
Yeah.
Like that's a really solid example of a really good looking upgrade.
Ooh, boy, that's big.
oh, that's big, and that's not going to go anywhere that I want it to.
Oh, I got no pieces here.
Yeah, I feel like I suddenly started getting extremely bad pieces.
Oh, so it's Tetris.
Yeah.
Well, it's a weird loop because every time I hear that beat building, I feel like, oh god, I need more pieces on my board. I want more on my board, not less, to go into that attack phase.
Yeah.
It's like kind of inverts the normal Tetris strategy. Oh,
But then
boy.
if you go too deep in that, you find yourself in trouble.
Right.
Which is where I have found myself.
Yes. and
Just hold that a little longer. You're almost there.
Once you start doing the harder bosses that have shittier attacks, that could be an actual thing.
Yeah.
Oh, here it goes.
There it is. I love what they've done with the music here.
It's like they put it into Fuser or something.
Such a great cue.
I saw a video of Future. I didn't really know what that was. That looks super cool. And
It's very cool.
It's a nightmare, and I love it.
But the game part of it, where you're playing it and earning stars for songs, seems not great. Like it doesn't seem like it needs to exist. Like the freestyle, I'm gonna mix these songs and do weird dumb shit. Seems really good, but
so it's more than just like DJ Hero. It is beyond that.
yes, yeah. You are not it's not like beat match gameplay per se. There's you get bonuses and score for doing things on beat, but it's not like you need to push these songs. It never is telling you what to do beyond during these next 8 bars, play 2 pop records.
Boom.
Boom.
Okay.
Got him.
Bingo, bango, bongo.
Wow. Oh, look at
That's
this.
about right.
Boo.
I feel like this is not in the spirit of this game.
Boo.
Letter grades, everybody.
That was me that chose to exit. Boo.
This seems like a rad upgrade to a very good game.
Yep.
Yeah,
the best
it'll be
Tetris
cool when they
games
bring it
ever
to
made.
the other platforms, and you can, do that in VR too and stuff. That'll be fun.
Yeah, I wonder if they'll have
If you
crossplay and stuff.
Oh, that'd be nice.
if you suspended that, you think it would have kicked you out of the session? I assume it would, right?
Probably. Yeah, almost definitely. Yeah.
Hmm.
Like there's certain connections you can resume, but not that. Just want to see what avatar did I get, man. Moon. Now I'm the
Wow.
moon. Now I'm the moon.
Congratulations on your moon.
That's
You're
right.
the actual moon talking to me.
I'm the moon. Check
I
it
am
out.
also the moon.
Check it out,
now.
man. I'm just like orbiting the galaxy. I see.
Oh, No Man's Sky. Love it.
It's the Tetra.
There it is,
It's just
man.
like hanging out, man. Wah. Should I hop into No Man's Sky? Actually,
Sure, yeah. I got to take off in about 15 minutes, but I would love to see a little bit of No Man's Sky. I've played a little bit of No Man's Sky, but my save is on PlayStation primarily, so
yeah.
I'm kind of waiting for that version.
I played a ton of it on PlayStation and very little on Xbox prior to this, so I'm like pretty early on this platform. But
I feel like if you haven't played No Man's Sky in the last year, it will be unrecognizable anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You might as well start over.
Just can't help myself here. All right, Xbox Gen 9. There it is.
Well, that's a lot of.
I fucking love that they put this in here.
Wow.
It's so awesome.
Hello, games.
Yeah, I
Hello.
haven't gotten to see this yet on this. So I downloaded it the other day when I thought it had patched and it had not, but even the 1X compatible version of this ran way better. So
The other thing is that like they have done so much work on this game visually over the last few years.
oh yeah.
Yeah. And don't forget there's a frame rate uncap option in there that you
Yeah,
may need to toggle if you haven't.
I'll go look at that. I mean, I just don't want to see these load times and stuff. Their last big like named update, they added a bunch of new, I think, aliens and biomes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it was pretty good. Let's see, what have we got here? Frame rate lock disabled.
There you go.
Is that it?
Yeah.
That's all there is.
Yeah, as far as I know.
Too many frames.
Seems good.
Fly your ship.
Let's get in the ship.
You need launch fuel. You can't
Oh,
get the
God.
ship.
Yeah, that's how it
You
works.
are very early in the game.
That's-
No
yeah.
Man's Sky.
Yeah,
God.
when this version came out, I played enough of it to see how it ran on here, and I was like, "Yep,
Yeah.
that's this." I still remember how to do this thing though. My like deep game save is on the PS4, so
Remember how to skip jump?
yeah, I just did it.
Yep. Yeah.
PS4 version or PS5 version has not hit yet.
I'm gonna check and see. Oh, since I'm sitting here, I'll fire it up.
Yeah, I can check. It wasn't there as of this morning, but they said by launch day, so it should be in the next few hours.
I'm just gonna guess at this point that that's gonna mean 9 o'clock tonight for all these games that we're still waiting on, like Borderlands and
Yeah,
Watch Dogs and stuff like that.
I forgot about Borderlands.
Yeah. Well,
Everyone did.
I mean, I'll check it out. Let's see how it runs.
Ooh, Sky Dragons.
That's new. I don't know that those were here. The last time I hung out on this planet.
Scan them.
identify it. Scan it, man.
Oh,
Left trigger, right trigger. That shit.
Discover that guy.
I really like the way the binoculars, the scanner looks in this game.
I'm the drifter.
How do you,
Bank those animals by holding down the left trigger and then the right trigger. And get them in your bank, Guardian. I flip my knife at you.
This game also has a great computer voice.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, I just fucking love the way this game sounds, top to bottom. And now I'm gonna fly! Yeah, I guess we can't do a ton since I haven't spent much time on this version.
You're close. Just get that ferrite dust.
I guess I could do that.
Well, I don't know if you're actually close. I just wanted you to fly.
Is that what they wanted? Ferrite dust?
That's what it says.
Get
yeah.
that dust.
You need 50. I thought I saw
Clicking.
some to your left. Was it?
Click in the scanner stick or something and it'll want to tell you.
Hydrogen. I think it'll just tell me when I mean, ferrite is like just rocks, isn't it?
Yeah, but it'll pop up icons in the distance saying like, hey, there's ferrite here, 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 and here. It'll show deposits in the distance if you do a scan.
That also looks new from what I remember.
But yeah, it should just mean rock. Yeah, no No Man's Sky on PS5 yet.
That's the one I actually want to see because that's where all my progress is. But
yeah, I had it in my head that I was going to eventually get the platinum trophy in that, and I actually made a ton of progress.
So did I.
And now maybe I'll actually do that now that it runs better, because that was always the thing. I was always torn between starting over on PC, which I did for a while, and then was like, no, I get these stupid trophies, and so I went back into learning words on the PlayStation.
I mean, the other thing is like the save I'm all like way in on the PS4 is from launch of this game.
Yeah.
So I feel like I missed all that early game stuff they added later.
Last time I played it was like not long after the base building stuff came out, and so I built more bases and all that shit.
Where is that ferrite?
Where is that ferrite? Brad, some folks in the chat are saying maybe you could just jump into creative mode if you want.
Right, sure.
Just mess around.
I've totally forgot. I don't know the creative mode was even in this game when I spent most of my time with it.
I didn't even know it had a creative mode. When I type in "no man" into the PS5 search, the first thing that comes up is One Punch Man, a hero nobody knows.
Oh.
Yeah, I just want to see you go into space.
You know, they did such a good job hiding those loads in the atmosphere transitions and stuff. I feel like that was kind of the hook on this game, right?
Yeah, very much so.
Seems like when I search No Man's Sky on the store, everything but No Man's Sky comes up. Skyforge, Skyrim, Cities Skylines, Calvino Noir.
On the PS5?
Yeah.
You just have to dig it out of your library.
No, well, I want to do a store search to see if I can find, like, if there's some separate PS5 SKU that isn't showing up, or, like, I'm trying to search both ways, just to make sure I'm not missing anything.
Got your flight stick?
There it is.
There's
I
that
eventually
ferrite.
got it to come up.
Do I have fuel? There it goes. I don't know why that wasn't taken off at first. I'm not sure if I've played it since they redid all the cockpits. That also looks pretty rad. I have no body though.
Good. I can't tell how much of this is the Xbox or the work they've put into it in the last 3+ years.
Yeah. I have no body and I must fly.
Can you fly, buddy?
Oh, Clarence, no!
I did it.
Oh, you got some lube in there.
Nice.
Our system.
Oh, look at that planet. Look how cool that planet is.
It's pretty good.
Hey, you see that planet? You can go there.
Oh.
Bull crap.
Yeah.
Do you have, like, the pull the both triggers fast boost, like cruise mode or whatever it's called?
Yeah, I think you were just on it, weren't you?
Yeah.
This.
There you go.
Yeah.
Ah,
that's
Brad.
a space station.
That's space station right there.
Look at that cockpit lighting up.
That does look good.
Oh, yeah.
Over here. Didn't they add a third-person ship camera?
I don't remember.
I feel like
Did you click in your sticks?
Push something on the D-pad or something? I don't know.
Yeah.
probably is it here somewhere.
Does the PC version also get a new patch? Yeah, they're updating it across all platforms. They're cross-play now, so they kind of have to keep them in sync. I don't know if that patch is out on PC yet, but I would assume it would have to be out real soon, if not already.
There it is.
Oh, look at you. Do a barrel.
Ooh.
This place looks like a big rocky mess.
I bet that looks pretty good on HDR.
Yeah, how long until we all have HDR monitors and HDR streaming's a thing? And, you know, it's...
Right now. If we decide it, it's right now.
I am playing this on an HDR monitor. I've got to turn it off. PC HDR is kind of a mess, though.
Yeah.
It's not great.
Yeah,
I think
hooking that other PC up to the TV definitely.
What was that? What was that? Did you see that?
I don't know. Go to it. Go to it.
Someone just flew into the planet. Somewhere in this
It's another player who saw that you landed in Lubinair and said like, I'm gonna find this guy and fuck his shit up. Get stream sniped, son.
That would be the first time I have ever encountered a player in No Man's Sky. So
They have made that process a lot easier too, in terms of just like jump to your friend's base and see your friend's base, and like they kind of.
Was it this?
I don't know. That might have already been there. Hard to say.
Y'all ever do the third person in this?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I like my stupid little spacesuit.
Yeah, it seems like they emphasized cosmetics a lot as the game evolved.
They made it so you can kind of play as any race and like change a lot of the stuff
Yeah.
about that look.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's.
I think getting like cool armor is kind of a major like game mechanic now. Just me and
For
my
video
space
games,
gun,
just in general.
me and my space gun shooting this rock.
There you go.
This is a game about shooting space rocks.
You know,
Get yourself a terrain manipulator and shoot big rocks.
I wonder if I assume
Get
creative
yourself
mode. Creative mode
Get
probably just has that, right?
a paver and start paving over this world and build a factory on it.
Boy, they have added a lot of stuff to this.
Is there a flatten tool? Yes, there is a flatten tool. It's one of the alts on the terrain manipulator.
Oh.
You can flatten. You can even restore. So I think if you dig too much stuff out and you're like, oh, I need to restore this to what it was, you can do that too.
Like,
And that's not just a creative mode thing.
oh, I could just install whatever, right?
Are you in creative mode?
Yes.
Yeah, I assume so.
Wow, check that shit
There you go.
out. Man, wow. Just kind of broke No Man's Sky.
Flatten the planet.
What else
True
we got?
flat.
Advanced mining laser, scatter, blah. Wow, man, you just kind of see everything here.
There you go.
Ah,
All right, now drill into the center of the Earth.
Yes, please go through the whole core. Straight down.
You can make
whoa.
your sphere bigger, I think, if you want to dig more.
Yikes. I was trying to find first person mode, but I couldn't find it. Oh well.
My underground geobay.
Oh god. Man, there's a lot going on in this game now.
But yeah, if you hit B, it'll switch between some of the alts, but if you want mine, or you can create terrain.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, see?
Oh, look at that. Holy shit.
Yep. Half my base is floating in the air because there was no flatten tool when I built it. So it's just like it's on a hill, and then the base just kind of comes off and is just like, it's floating, whatever.
Wild.
Yeah, this game. I feel like this game got good a while ago,
Oh, yeah.
and they have done a lot to it even since I last spent time with it. And
I sincerely thought they would stop updating it at least like 2 years ago. And they're still going. It's incredible. I know everybody talked about Final Fantasy XIV, but this is up there as like turnaround stories go.
yeah, for sure. I was playing this the other day and thinking about that, when we first saw this game
Yeah.
and how dramatic and almost outlandish the pitch was for it, given how small of a studio
Yeah.
they were and stuff. I was like, okay, I think you guys can pull this off. Like, this sounds plausible, but it's crazy. And then, it shipped in a state, as they say. But
That
boy, do they do all that stuff that they talked about and then some on the other side of that. Holy shit. Is this game fun in single player? I don't know that I've ever played multiplayer. I think we played multiplayer on stream like once, and I didn't know you know what to do.
I only play this game in single player when I do play it. I am a nomad. I am just me and my ship, and I'm just doing shit. That's it.
Nomad Sky.
You do have the potential, however, infinitesimally small of running into somebody, right? Like, don't they match you with people if you just happen to be on the same planet?
Yeah,
I think they
so.
added that.
Yeah, yes, you can, yes. But I don't know what the rules are around that now, because I think even that stuff has changed a little bit. Because it used to be like you had to go get all these runes for this teleporter, and I think they simplified that.
You like my rock wall?
It's cool. You made it really easily.
So I need to know if that flat tool you have, maybe the chat knows this. So is it flat on a plane that will go around the core of the planet, or is it flat on a plane that'll go straight out
Trust
and
me,
not
this is
curve
important.
around the planet?
This is important. We need to know these things.
Like if you run that out.
If this is what you... All right, I gotta go. I can't.
Could you make this planet a cube?
Right, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I am gonna take off though.
All right.
And I guess tonight we'll see if those other games hit on PS5 and
Goodness.
see where we're at. Or
Oh, that guy's pissed.
Put him in a hole. Put him in a hole.
Rock.
Put him in a hole.
He's got other ideas.
Quit fucking with my planet, man.
Dig a hole. Yeah. Yeah. Go deeper. Oh, you're a monster.
Where did he go?
I think he jumped out.
Oh.
I'm gonna build a moat around him.
Yeah.
He won't stop.
He's trying to get at
You gotta lead him, man. You gotta lead him.
I refuse to participate in any more of this farce, and I'm leaving.
All right. Thank you, Jeff.
Have a good weekend.
Okay.
I'll see ya.
Bye.
Changed my mind. There's got to be a way to stop this. Trying to cage him.
It's gonna break his rusty cage.
All right, we have to stop. Nope, he's too powerful. He can't be stopped. All right. I might have to play some more No Man's Sky.
You're gonna load up this save later, and you're not gonna know what the hell is going on.
You know.
Your plan's gonna be broken.
There's more where that came from. All right. I wonder if it'll resume this. Well, whatever. We'll find out.
I think the Xbox looks pretty good. Yeah, I think so. I think so too. I think you buy either console, you should be in good shape.
I think you're right. I think you're right.
Yeah.
I got
It's probably
a handful of other games here. Did we mention on the stream? Did you guys put up a long, quick look of Yakuza?
Mm-hmm. Yes, we did.
On the Series X. So if you want to see what that looks like, we got like an hour of it up. Did that game? I'm gonna check this out while we're here.
okay.
Is Like a Dragon weirder, or are they just leaning into the weirdness more in the marketing now?
It's always been weird. I feel like this one is a little more off the wall zany.
Okay.
Certainly than Judgment was.
Okay, because I scrub through the quick look and all I see is like men in diapers and lobsters and like, you know.
I mean, it's the main character is a big Dragon Quest nerd, so he sees the entire world as a JRPG now. So there you go.
Okay. New skin added, huh? I have not had a chance to fire this up yet, so.
Okay. But
the menu. Oh, what in the world is happening here? The menu is not responding. There it goes.
Good achievement. Good achievement.
Apparently I had to like bring up that account switcher somehow to make it. Okay. My understanding is this is like a 2-hour game because it's kind of like a sample/demo of the full game that is to come.
That sounds about right.
If that's not, I believe that's right. It's like $10 because it's very short.
Quick look, this like ages
a
ago.
long time ago. Yes,
that is entirely
connected,
possible.
like a pair of twins. For one to survive,
I just
the
thought I'd fire
other
it up on
must
here
be
briefly and,
sacrificed.
see how it looks on here.
This isn't the one that had like some allegations of asset stealing, is it?
I don't think so.
I don't think that was this one.
I would hope not. This has got some tearing going on too.
Yeah.
Shelia, have you found anything?
Just a special ID card. Nothing else that I can see.
Roger that. I'm on my way.
Okay, Chad is saying yes, this is the one.
Okay.
I don't know exactly how that all worked out.
Alright, well. Maybe we'll keep this one short.
It's so unstable. I need to hurry up and stop the teleporter.
Hack!
Shelia, an unidentified unit is heading toward the laboratory.
By hack, you mean kick?
MD North in the chat says the dev of this used a legit pack that of assets that itself was caught asset stealing, and the dev didn't know. That is according to the chat. I don't.
Hang on. I'll be right there.
That's a little more reasonable. I believe this is like a single developer, if I'm not mistaken.
I think you might be right.
Yeah, we don't have to play a ton of this. I'm just, we're kind of in the mode where it's just like, if it's on a new console, we'll take a look at it.
No way.
Long time no see, Shelia.
Carter, why are you...
I advise you to stay out of this matter.
You should at least go through the portal so you get the sword and the whole thing.
Okay.
What the hell happened here?
Would this be that portal?
Yeah. What's your memory like?
Blank? Oh, I forgot to do something with Jeff's. Wow, the cropping looks terrible in this now.
I'm okay. I'm living.
Let's just see what I can do here.
Yeah. There you go. Hey, Alex.
Hi.
I'm gonna keep my Transformers over there. They're good.
It's like kind of okay. How about a little something like that?
Looking good to me. I'll shift back over.
Where am I? How amazing.
Chat says check out graphics settings in this.
Okay.
Huh.
So it just straight up has PC style.
Yeah, this is just a straight up PC graphics menu. Wow.
Oh, turn on VSync.
Yeah, dude, let's see what happens. I mean, that'll probably cut the frame rate to 30 if I had to guess.
I feel like we need to start a petition somewhere on one of those petition sites for to standardize what the high setting is or the ultra setting is. I hate when you go through those things and half of them are ultra and then you click on the high one and it goes to low.
Whoa! Oh, I don't want to kill these wolves. I guess I have to. I'm kind of glad we took a look at this now because that's kind of insane. Huh. Look at that, man. Somebody in chat pointed out, like, it basically is a PC version. It's just with the mouse cursor controlled by the controller instead.
Does anything go up higher, or is high the highest?
I mean, we have to do the thing we do, right? Which is...
Yeah, turn them all to low.
Turn everything... Wait, this menu is not being dismissed. All right.
Well, so that's this.
Well, you guys keep going.
Yeah, we gotta. Come on, man. We have to do our due diligence here.
Don't forget it scrolls down all the
Yeah,
time.
I haven't figured out how to scroll that just yet.
Is it the other stick?
No, I tried that.
Turn off those
D-pad.
refraction
There you
effects.
go.
The D-pad. See what kind of frame rate we get here. I have to know. There's no preset, right?
I didn't see one.
Kind of just have to do it all piecemeal. All right.
You know?
Well, you know, it still looks all right.
Yeah. You just stepped down a generation. You have your V-Sync off?
Oh, I got that sword. I think I turned it off. Let's just make absolutely sure. Oh, it's on.
Unlock that frame rate.
That's right. Whoa! Okay. Boy, that is some tearing, isn't it? Okay. Weird. I'm so weirded out by this. I guess that... Oh, there's another one. I guess that tells you there's nothing in Microsoft's technical requirements that stops people from just putting all the the PC graphics options in there. That's crazy, man.
Thanks in the chat, Woodrose suggesting or reminding us, don't forget about Splinter Cell if you can download it.
I don't know that I have it.
How do you not own Splinter Cell?
I think I have it on disc in a box in the closet somewhere.
Aw.
It would take a while.
That's perhaps for another day.
Yeah, that
Buy
would take a
it.
while to find.
Buy it. How
Somebody-
much could it be? $5?
Somebody posted a video of it. It looks all right. Like I saw a capture from Series X in there. It looks
Boot
like,
up 2 human.
It looks like very high res Splinter Cell. All right, this works. I'm just gonna say it one more time. This is insane.
Yeah, it is wild.
Really weird.
It's very loud too.
I think this might have mouse and keyboard support as well. I'm not sure. Anyway, all right. Well, that's that.
I got to duck out of here soon as well.
Aw.
So, is there anything significant you want to show? Because I can stick around probably for one more at least.
Man, it's just gonna be in this Xbox eventually.
I'm here.
You're here for the duration.
I'm here until I can go. How about is Ori the one to show?
Yeah,
Let's see that 6K Ori.
I saw some requests for Ori. Let's fire that up.
How is that Forza if we don't get to it?
I think we did some of that on the stream last week. It looks very good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It does look very good.
It runs 4K at a very high frame rate. It is very nice. God, I've got so many saves in this. This is...
I need to play this.
Oh, it's-
Well, I guess now I should play this in 6K.
That's right.
What the fuck is 6K? What the fuck is
I
that?
think you're looking at it. Let me check.
Am I?
Nope. This is at the.
No.
So
Please.
I don't have
Okay.
I don't have this Xbox outputting at 120 right now because the capture card kind of doesn't like it. But I tried it earlier. Like, you kind of. I don't know if you could see it. I can absolutely see it.
I could see the contrast in his eye getting
Yeah,
like a little
look at
sharper.
the character. You can definitely see the details sharpening significantly when you.
Yeah, it doesn't play quite as much on the stream here,
Yeah,
but I can see a little difference.
Some of it's probably being lost, but it is noticeable when you're up close for sure. It's Seems to run quite well.
Because it didn't, right?
Yeah,
like when it launched.
Whoa! This game had performance issues for sure when it came out on especially on the Xbox, but even the PC version was not great. That's why I fell off of it. It was the last patch before I stopped playing it made the movement super jittery. Like,
man, this looks great here.
To the point that I didn't want to play it, but it seems like they've fully cleaned it up at this point. And yes,
they finally released a platform powerful enough to handle Ori.
Yeah, I mean, I think the PC version's been fine for quite some time. Ooh. But, like, dude, 6K.
Here we are,
okay,
finally.
All right. What is the actual resolution for 6K? What are the numbers?
You could do the math. I don't know.
I'll look it up.
Because it's like 38 something by 2160 for 4K.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh. Oh no. Okay.
Is it 6144 by 3072?
That might be right.
Or 5760. Well, that probably wouldn't be the right aspect. There are a lot of different aspect ratios.
5760 by 3600 is what Chad is saying. Oops.
Okay.
I mean, there will never be 6K screens, but
there will be 8K screens. Yep. There are 8K screens.
That's true.
Technically.
They do technically exist.
I'm waiting for 6.5K.
I'm going for 6.9K.
Pretty impressive that this thing is running as smoothly as it is for a console.
Yeah. This I bet this is another one in HDR. Looks very glowy, so I bet this looks pretty good.
You pull a lever. There it is. Oh, that might be done. Load time action for you.
Okay.
It's decent.
That's
pretty good.
Yeah, like it's hard to tell how much they preload in that animation.
Yeah, I bet there's some of that going on for sure.
Are we going to see the end of the elevator and the end of the walk and talk?
I don't know.
Nah, man, it's when they do walk and talk now, it's going to be for a good reason. They're going to mean it. It's going to be the most important walk and talks.
Yeah, run and talk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've been meaning to go back and play through the whole of this game since they cleaned it up, and it's totally going to be this version now. Because man,
if we are done with loading screen exposition, if we are done with walk and talk, if we are done with talk to your comrades in an elevator, how are we going to get our story?
I don't know, man. Where are they going to
Again, it's only going to be the most vital elevator conversations. They will be the important ones.
You know what that means? It's time for the codex to make its return.
Oh man.
Just that Mass Effect codex guy is going to get so much work now. Oh, I don't remember how to grab this. That's how. This runs very well. It looks very sharp.
Yeah, this looks amazing.
And what I played of this game was fantastic, and I'm really excited to play through the rest of it.
We didn't really ask this on the PS5, but I think you guys talked about this during the respective streams for each of these, but hard drive space is going to be an issue, right?
Yes,
you guys have already started running into it.
Like I was talking about that I tried Red Dead 2 on here a little bit, and some people in the chat started asking to see it, and I was like, I'm sorry I had to delete it for space. Because I absolutely had to delete it for space.
I bit the bullet and I bought the expansion card.
Really?
Because,
wow.
So I've downloaded 20 games onto this thing, and 70% of it is already used.
So, well, you also downloaded like your DLC for Rock Band, right?
You know what? That actually did not take up as much space as I thought it would comparatively. Like compared to something like say NBA, which is like over 100 gigs. Like, yeah, man.
So here's everything I've got installed. And
okay.
As you can see, I've got still a decent amount free over there.
I mean, decent. You probably have like if you download.
And those are some big games too.
Yeah, like that's
Red Dead is like over 100 now, isn't it?
It's
Red Dead 2?
Well over 100. Yeah. Like Gears 5 was like 70, you know.
Call of Duty is up there over 100 as well, isn't it?
Jeff said the preload for Call of Duty, the new one on PS5, was over 200 gig.
Wow, really?
Like, I don't even know what to say to that, man. That's just insanity.
That is unfortunate.
Yes. Let's see. There's only a couple more things to check out here.
What is that the tourist thing as well? You guys mentioned that before.
We could pop in there if you want. That's an indie game that's been out for a good long while.
Okay.
That I think they just kind of up-resed. It's probably just running at a higher resolution or something like that. So this game is brand new. A launch game for the Xbox Series X.
Oh. This is your first time booting it up?
No, I messed around with it a little bit. It's a flight combat game.
Yeah?
It is
like Crimson Skies?
Like kinda, yeah. Like it's a little bit TIE Fighter, a little bit Wing Commander, a little bit that kind of thing. Another kind of single developer, I think. Basically. This game has a 120 frames per second option on here.
Okay.
But I won't turn that on again because, like I said, my tends to make the capture kind of rough. This game's got an interesting kind of format to it.
A good position among several currents.
Because, like, a bunch of chapters are just unlocked from the get-go. And you can just kind of pick and hop around as you like. I mean, that last chapter is locked, I guess, until you probably do all the others. Chad is saying this game uses no textures, which is interesting.
Okay.
That's kind of cool.
Textures are so last gen.
What can be gleaned from these lives?
Seems pretty story heavy.
Choose now what stories and memories await you.
Would be Freeman Salad Mount.
From these lives.
I don't know if more classes unlock. You've only got these two to start with. You should probably stick with the one that has a decent amount of health for now. Because I haven't played a ton of this game yet. But it seems very story heavy. It's got a kind of a pretty dense story about like warring houses and economic strife and all kinds of stuff. Get a little bit of like a Dune, a little bit like a Dune vibe from it, sort of. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh well, does the spice flow?
Kinda. Seems like it's got that sort of vibe to it. Also, it's Waterworld, I guess.
Do you play as the Falcon?
You're the Falconeer, let's say. Seems like there are like side missions to do that are probably just randomly generated that you can do to grind currency. You can spend currency on items that kind of give you different properties.
We're getting reports of navigation boys going missing. The boys are essential for traders visiting Dunkel. These aren't safe waters. So I have to investigate.
You get the idea.
I'm sending you to search the area and find the navigation boys that have been reported missing.
Okay, so the character direction here is Ray Winstone, but constantly out of breath.
Okay.
This should be a piece of cake. Maybe a Mozart dragged him away, or someone's been plundering him for materials.
I like this guy.
Let's hope it's that straightforward. If you find the culprit, make sure you teach him a lesson. No one messes with our property. I expect you back ASAP with a report and the whereabouts of our boys.
We better find those buoys.
I don't think you should be allowed to say buoy and pronounce it like boy. That's not okay.
Yeah, I wasn't going to comment on that, but...
Nope.
What?
Birdie.
That's a bird.
Oh,
right.
that's the... You're on the bird.
I am, yes. You were a falcon rider.
Yeah.
A falconeer, if you like.
So did people get smaller or did birds get bigger?
They kind of, I don't know. A lot of stuff happened when the whole world flooded out, I suppose.
Yeah.
Can you make that bird poop?
Not that I've seen. You can make it dive.
Can you make the bird bigger?
Oh, look underwater.
Bigger bird.
Possibly. So I've got kind of an energy bar down there, the blue bar, which the only way I found to recharge so far is to get some altitude and then dive. And as you dive, you get more get more bar, and then you can use that to fly faster and roll and stuff like that.
I also don't think you should be allowed to pronounce miles as moils.
Can you do 180? Like down
not
and a
that
button.
I've seen. I can kind of brake and hard turn like that.
Mm.
And in fact, I think I can. Let's see. I haven't fully gotten a hang of the flight mechanics yet. I wish there was a way to keep that energy bar down there up more, other than climbing and diving. Because that's how you get extra speed and stuff. It feels like there's some finesse to the flight controls in this that I haven't quite gotten my head around yet.
It's like the cape in Super Mario.
So that's the dive. There will be spots where there are like aquatic mines, and you can like dive down and grab them, and then drop them on ships and stuff like that.
What was that multiplayer versus game with the birds? Remember that? It's not like you know what I'm talking about? It was gosh, it kind of came and went. It's like vague memory in my head of it.
So I can target ships and stuff.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. That's not ringing any bells.
No. Okay. It was like a VR thing, I thought.
Oh God!
Wait.
I feel like it's on the tip of my tongue.
Falcon Age?
Like, was that where you're a VR bird?
I think that's
I don't know if that was where you were a VR bird. There was Falcon Age where you were like the falconeer, or like you were the falconer.
No, there was one where like people were birds. It was like a face, the Oculus thing. I thought. I don't know. Maybe I am dreaming it.
This is unfortunately not the most action-packed mission so far.
Chat says Eagle Flight. I don't know if that's a real. Oh, Eagle Flight. Maybe that was it. The Ubisoft one. Okay.
Sure. That sounds right. Ooh, what's updraft? Whee! All right, maybe I need to keep an eye out for more of those. Most of the missions I've done so far have been very combat heavy. This one, I don't know, this kind of feels like it's building to something.
Another one gone. This is quite the mystery. Let's move on.
I'm enjoying watching the flying around.
It's pretty,
yeah.
It's pretty peaceful. There's kind of an elegance to it. I mean, I want to show you the combat because it's got like a nice follow camera for the enemy that you're targeting and stuff.
Oh, I like a world with 2 moons.
Seems like there's a lot in the lore of this, and like apparently the whole game is like one giant map, from what I can tell.
Oh, look at this!
Like this is this is how much of the map I have uncovered so far. But like, I don't know if you saw, like the camera was zooming in on locations as I would discover them, and they get added to the map here. Like it seems like there's some actual kind of narrative density to this game. In fact, like you zoom all the way in, you get the.
In the ancient time, Castellus was a mighty king guarding some rich treasure or
But I just want to shoot some stuff. See, I got guns. I got guns.
What is that? Some like
some kind of laser cannon. Like you fly,
ion cannon. Yeah,
like you have to fly through thunderstorms to reload your guns.
Oh, that's neat.
Which is kind of interesting. So those will show up on the map. I haven't seen any. This is just, I hadn't played this mission before we did this, and I didn't know this one would be so slow to start, but... Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
There
that's
we
a
go.
red target.
That looks like a pirate. Oh, no! See, so I can after you target somebody, you can, like, hold B to this kind of chase camera.
Is there a match speed?
Not exactly, but you can do, like, the braking and stuff. You get the little full-on, like, Wing Commander lead target situation.
It's how's the targeting feel? It's a pretty generous.
Pretty good. There's a decent amount of auto-aim to it.
Okay.
Did that bird just catch on fire?
Yes, I was going to mention that. They sort of treat the birds like disposable aircraft in this game. They don't seem especially concerned about their well-being. Like the consumable item. Oh god, do I have to kill that ship? The consumable item that makes your bird faster, like the description on it is that like it wastes your bird rapidly, basically implies that it like turns your bird into like skin and bones so it can fly faster. It's a little bit weird. There's no mines here. Last time I had to fight ships, there were a bunch of mines. Like I said, I could just like fly down in the water and scoop up a mine and then fly over the ship and drop it. It was pretty awesome. Also, look at this crazy shit. Like, I don't think the water's supposed to do that.
That's not how water works.
Yeah. This is an interesting game. This is not what I was expecting at all.
No.
When I fired this
it's
up.
cool.
Like,
It's much cooler, yeah.
Some, like, weird personality to it. Whoa!
You're fine.
It's this generation's Bloodwake.
Oh, I forgot. You can like sub-target parts of bigger targets.
Okay, I like that in
sense.
my Sims, my bird flying Sims.
I'm not sure what I am swapping between. Exactly. Oh, turret. Looks like.
Leave, and we might let you live.
That's right.
All guns aim at those balconies.
Sorry.
Well, if it isn't the Junkalot. Did you mind us taking your
Junkalots?
Like I get such a Wing Commander vibe off of these guys talking shit at you while you're shooting at them in their ships.
Dunkle Tots is what the thing said.
Oh, there's more dudes.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
It did sound like lots, though.
Whoa.
Wow.
Yeah, your little laser gun sounds a little anemic.
The little blue things on my back are my ammo. So might need to find a thunderstorm here soon.
Oh, just die!
That obviously took our boy, but it doesn't explain why. It could be they're using it for salvage. Would be odd though. Let's head back.
If you caught on fire, could you dive in the water, I assume?
Maybe. Now that you mention it.
What do you think? There's some kind of water bird?
Well, he dove in before. Pop back out. That's interesting.
It's a falcon, not a duck, man.
Do it again. Dive. Sure, do it again. Go for that dive. Yeah, look at this. He's gonna catch a fish.
Yeah. Ooh.
Fly through that arch. Yeah.
Doing it.
Yep. There we go.
Can you roll or do any kind of tricks?
Whoop.
Oh yeah.
Whoa,
boy.
That's not so good.
Can you land or roost?
You can only roost at like home base, which kind of basically ends the mission. Let me just go juice up my guns here real fast before we move on.
Before we move on here real quick, I just want to read off a message that has been posted by the official Xbox account for everyone at home. We can't believe we have to say this, but please do not blow vape smoke into your Xbox Series X.
Ooh, that's no good.
The official accounts are having to weigh in, folks.
That might not be great for the hardware. I don't know.
No, I doubt it is.
Oh, weird. My ammo turned yellow. I don't know what that means.
Overcharge.
Maybe, yeah, that might be like better guns or something. I'm not sure. I think you can just kind of warp back to home base if you want.
I hope Sony releases a thing that's like, feel free to blow vape smoke into our console.
These console wars have gone way too far. Man. Anyway, this game seems neat. There's more depth to this than I expected. It looks like I just leveled. Oh yeah, I did. I totally. Looks like my stats went up a little bit by leveling, which is cool.
We have sightings of pirates.
Yeah, so like there are multiple missions per area and stuff like that. And you can do these side missions and grind out currency and stuff like that. Or you can just kind of fly.
Or
you can just roam and discover stuff and get into fights with if you don't feel like doing a mission. So
do you know if there's like persistent upgrades in that upgrade stuff? Like you said, you leveled up. So it's not just for this map.
Let me go land again and see.
Because you picked a different character, right?
So the one thing I'm not sure about is don't quote me on this, but it seems like each chapter might be telling like a different story or a different perspective or something like that.
Okay.
So,
yeah, that's what I was kind of wondering. Like, is it for this?
Yeah. So I wonder the levels. It's possible the levels don't carry over between chapters. I'm not 100% sure, but kind of some neat ideas in this. This is like more than I expected to this for sure. Also,
yeah.
I'm just going to leave every game running so we can go back and see if we can resume any of them at the end of this. I might be about done here besides... I think Observer might be the last thing I was going to take a look at.
Okay.
Just scanning here real quick. Yeah, I think that covers pretty much everything.
I should mention that the Falconeer is currently out on Steam as well.
Yes,
you can.
Yes, it's also on PC.
You're looking for that.
Like I said, I did play some of it at 120, and that was pretty good. I wanted to check this out because they are calling this a next-gen remake. Like, it's not an upgrade. This is a different purchase.
Okay.
So, I wanted to see what they've done to it. I think you guys played this, right?
Oh yeah, I think I never finished it. This is, I think, Rutger Hauer's last.
It was his last thing.
Is this literally his last role?
I believe it was.
This is,
and as much as I appreciate Rutger Hauer, this performance is maybe
not his best work.
No, it's not.
That's unfortunate.
No ugliness or death.
Like, he's not awful in it. He just sounds very sleepy.
Tired, like a little tired.
I mean, he was getting up there, right?
Well,
I did like this game though.
So what I can tell you is that there are Rutger Hauer things that are currently still in post-production. So technically,
okay.
And in flesh, the least of the values.
But let me see here. So I think the last thing that released while he was still alive, or around the time of his death, actually, Kingdom Hearts 3.
Oh wow.
Okay. Okay.
He is also in the Jackie Chan Arnold Schwarzenegger crossover action hit The Iron Mask.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
Despise evil and ungodliness.
Is that right up there with Orson Welles' Transformers the movie final role? I'm not sure.
If you're trying to tell me that Unicron isn't a tour de force,
I'm with you.
Rutger!
That's a great performance.
In the time of your life, live so that in that wondrous time you shall not add to the misery and sorrow.
this game does interesting things.
Yeah.
And it has a terrific visual aesthetic to it.
I always wanted to play it. I never managed to find the time, but
it hit a point where it went a little bit sideways, and that's where I stopped. But I should just finish it up. I think I was very close to the end.
Just do the thing that we do now and go straight to the video.
4K
4K. Will that stop your capture?
No, it shouldn't. But let's get in there and try it after we're in there, just to be safe.
Okay. You might not be able to do it once you're in there.
Most games have been allowing on-the-fly changes so far. 2084. That sounds like a bad year.
It's like tomorrow.
Oh, man,
this is a very Blade Runner.
The year is 2084.
That's in,
If
isn't
they
it?
told me what the world would become, I would not have believed them. First, there was the nanophage, the disease of transition. A digital plague.
So Rutger, the nanophage is, I don't fucking care. I'm just gonna read this.
A heavy cost for meddling with our...
Yeah, there's a little bit of like, okay, so you want to record now? And he's like, I'm done. That was
that was the take.
That's what you're getting. That's what I have for you.
Honestly, this is making me want to go watch Hobo with a shotgun again.
Oh man.
Except for Kyra, the corporate.
I'm just gonna
skip it.
Make an executive.
You skip?
I'm sorry.
Wow.
I just want to see.
I want to see the game.
We'll see the graphics, man.
Wow. He talks a lot more. He narrates the whole game.
I believe it.
I just want to see the extremely wet streets on this Xbox Series X.
Yeah.
I wasn't kidding. All I remember about this game is a perpetual raininess and a lot of really gross cyberpunk tech.
Yeah.
Wet asphalt, man, is the best way to show off your system.
You there?
I punch your deck. I punch the radio.
Come in, Lazarski.
I'm trying to RT some stuff. There it is.
Yeah, I'm here.
You okay there? I've been hailing you for the past 5
He doesn't sound that out to lunch.
Fine. I must have dozed off.
No rest for
Did
the
they animate his
wicked.
mouth?
How's the dream
Aw.
eater treating you?
Well, I'm not a vegetable yet.
Could have fooled me.
Hardy har.
Your signal's all over the place.
No, I'm not. It's not like he is like.
He's not
it in.
completely
Yeah.
checked out. It's just, you know, you can tell that like they didn't get a lot of takes with him.
Not in a while.
Do it now. I need you in good shape.
Man, look at that little illustrated Rutger Hauer.
I know, it's adorable.
Take pill. Press X to take pill. But what kind of pill?
There you go. Looking better already.
Yeah, wouldn't want me to mess up. Can you see the headlines? Another leech goes berserk.
Don't be like that. It's just...
Yeah, yeah.
Berserk?
What's this about? Just checking in, or you need me downtown?
Whoa.
Nah, just a checkup.
This car's got a lot of secrets.
Sounds pretty bad.
This is very 80s sci-fi, isn't it?
The explosion leveled half a block.
Yeah,
Very 80s looking computers and stuff.
You don't spend a lot of time in this car, but yes, definitely.
Covering your tracks.
It is clearly Blade Runner inspired.
Yes, I was.
Oh, yeah.
I was resisting trying to just say it, but yeah, it sure does
Yeah.
seem like it.
Careful what you say.
Who is this? How'd you get this frequency?
Don't you recognize me?
Adam?
Yes.
How much do you just get to roam around once it?
What's left of
opens
All of
up?
it.
Okay.
But it's a very closed environment. It's a one apartment building.
That's what I had remembered.
For the most part,
Yeah.
away from you. It's funny. Thought it would be easier.
Any objection if I kind of button through a little bit?
No, go ahead.
I just want to. I want to get to the point where we can walk around a little bit.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Shit.
Adam. Matriarch, display caller ID.
Displaying.
Krabinsky. That's no. Matriarch.
Because I am curious how much they've done to this.
Location established.
Jesus. Adam.
Yeah, I've only ever seen this game on PC, but it did look nice, even when it came
Yeah.
out on PC.
Rock fucking butter.
Ooh. that's pretty bad.
Look at this. Watch this.
What is this?
Look at this.
They decided to have a Nine Inch Nails
That's
video as
right.
their intro.
Oh, wow. They sure did.
I want to observe you like an animal.
I want to berserk you from the inside.
Yeah. You bring me closer to Rutger Hauer.
Mm-hmm.
I am not buttoning past this.
No, you shouldn't. It's great.
It's nicely done.
It's especially impressive because the game they made before this was Layers of Fear. Like that was, which is a fine little haunted house game thing, but it is nowhere near as like ambitious, I feel like, in terms of storytelling and aesthetics as this is.
Format. All right, Brad.
All right.
Get ready to observe.
Wow.
This might have more digital going on than even I
Very
remember.
cyber.
I don't remember it being quite this cyber.
Yeah, I don't remember that either.
So that's why I wanted you guys to look at this, because I know you played this. I'm curious.
Yeah, I think they turned the cyber knob up by about 2 to 3 notches.
Because the language they were using around this thing made it sound like they had done some work.
Oh, this looks good. Go talk. You
This
get to go
does look
inside and
good.
talk to him. He's got.
Easy there, Tin Man. I'm not looking for trouble. Oh, Tenant.
That guy's an arm.
You should see his face.
Yeah, I'll say again, all the cyber tech in this looks like a mess.
As it should.
Tenant.
Yes.
Name. Last name Lazowski.
Mike Lazowski.
Not on record. You're sure? Check again. Tenant. Name. Grabinski. Leon Grabinski. Tenant.
Man, I got to walk around for a whole 10 seconds.
You'll get there.
Yeah, I got.
There it is.
Return to the cyber.
That's right.
Yeah, this looks wild. Does the whole game look like this?
I don't remember it being this.
Is it?
It had
AR.
some of this.
Is it raining code?
No, it's raining rain, but it's also raining code.
Man, this is some wild looking stuff.
It's like, like your textures didn't load. It's like you got to be sure this your Xbox isn't overheating.
Do you guys mind checking if this is on PC as well? I think it is.
I think that's where I played it. Oh, you mean the new one?
The new one. I believe that
That's right.
Observer System Redux is the full title.
Let's see. Yeah, $27 must be on sale. It's probably
Okay.
30.
Yeah.
Yeah. $30. So let's see. I own Observer, so I do not think I get this.
Yeah, as my understanding is this is a full separate purchase on all platforms.
Oh wow! So if you go to the old Observer page, it says this version of Observer is no longer available.
Wow.
See Observer System Redux.
Huh. That's interesting.
Yeah. Huh.
Ooh. Wait a minute.
What?
It's like all cyber out here.
Oh yeah.
Not in here.
Well, this is also like it's a pretty dark future of just like advertising and privacy invasion. Or I should just say now.
I don't know how much dystopia I need in my popular media these days.
Yeah, but at least this is like a visually interesting dystopia.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. Oh, this does look really nice.
Got pop your pill.
Dispatch. This is Lazowski. ID 656210. Can anyone hear me? Great. Fucking great. Okay, then. Maybe it's not him. Doesn't have to be.
I don't know. He doesn't sound too checked out. He just sounds elderly to me.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said, it's just, it's all sleepy.
Yeah.
I need to check the victim's compass for connections. $6 million volts wasn't enough.
think it's on his hand, right?
Is it?
I don't
I was trying
know if I
to
remember.
select that little thing there, but I can't.
No? How's the control here? It seems a little finicky.
Yeah, the dead zone is a little weird with
And-
the stick. Like I can't quite line it up. Is that even selectable?
Okay.
Oh,
Maybe the
okay. If I highlighted to the right of it, it would highlight.
Ah.
Victim is equipped with an ID mixer. Identification not possible. Damn it.
Blood.
Wow. It's like a good Aliens.
ID check failed. Time of death.
Anyway,
if you go behind you,
I can move now.
Yeah, go walk behind you. Look at this nice looking kitchen. I believe if you hit one of the buttons on the wall, not in here, but back up a little bit. Over to your right. Something over here lowers a thing from the ceiling. Maybe it's somewhere else. I can't remember. There's like clues in the kitchen too. It's a detective game.
Yeah.
Eventually you start doing some wacky stuff.
Printed on the paper. It's archaic for you.
This does look really good, though.
Yeah.
I don't know how much this differs from the original version, but
it looks cleaner.
Anyway, I just wanted to give this a quick look-see.
Quick look-see.
Yes.
Yeah, the Xbox Series X can render terrible kitchens like no other system.
Some real grime here for sure. All right, I think that probably runs us through pretty much all the Series X games that we've got access to at the moment. I'm just gonna.
They're here. Welcome to the next generation.
New consoles are here. I'm just gonna hit a few of these and see if Quick Resume is working on any of them. Doesn't look like this one.
Is there no icon or anything?
Yeah,
next
it'll
to
pop
the...
up. It'll pop up. Okay, this one does not do it. It'll pop up and say Quick Resume in the top right if it works.
In the upper right. Okay.
Yeah, but again, like we were saying earlier, they disabled that for quite a few of the games a few days ago due to some last-minute bugs. Supposedly that will be coming back on for everything. Aha! There's one.
Oh, it's Quick Resuming.
We got one.
That's a cool feature.
That is a nice feature for sure. I'm into it.
And we're not sure exactly how many things simultaneously it can buffer in there.
I've seen different numbers. Like I've seen 5. I've seen that it may depend on how much free disk space you have, or I don't know if it's reserving some space, but.
And so, Alex, you did get the expansion?
I bought it. It hasn't showed up yet, but I did buy it.
Interesting.
It's supposed to be here on Sunday.
I'm really curious to see how that thing works.
I mean, my impression of the system so far is that the majority of things it says it's designed to deliver on, it has been. Like everything is snappy, like it's everything seems to run pretty well. The screen tearing on some of the launch games is unfortunate, but doesn't necessarily feel like a permanent problem. I mean, it's just the lineups that I feel like is like the only kind of bummer thing for me at this point.
Yeah.
We got a question here from Solid Cancer 07. Does Quick Resume work even after a cold boot?
It should, yeah. I mean, as far as I know, it's just writing the state or the contents of memory out to disk, so it should be able to bring that stuff back. I don't see any reason it wouldn't. That did not do it either. All right, last thing before we go, just because I saw, even though we did it last week.
I watched
hop in for a second.
This game is great. This is a great game.
It's a great game. It's a great game. It looks very sharp on this console.
It's just, well, I have a place in my heart for a lot of reasons.
Okay, there's your answer. There's your answer. It quick resumes after I have hard shut this thing down 8 times since that stream.
And also, you played a bunch of games.
And here we are. Yes, I've played quite a few games since that stream on here. And here we are.
Was this the second quick look we ever did?
Oh gosh,
Bikes was like one of the first.
Bikes was up there. I mean, I distinctly remember I went to a preview event for this game, and they gave us a 360 hard drive to take back and plug into our debug that had this build on it. And I was messing with that editor going just like, how can we just easily show the people how this crazy vehicle shit works? And it was just like, hey,
this is a good game.
It's like, hey, what if we just talked over the vehicle thing while we were doing it? It looks very sharp. I don't know how much of this comes across in the stream, but it looks extremely sharp, very crisp, very high res. Like this, I guess is probably running at 4K. If I had to guess, it sure looks like it.
I watched you play this on the Xbox stream and the again the loads, but it was very quick between the worlds, which was nice.
Yes, for sure. I know I said it on the stream last week. We don't have ready access to plane, boat, car because my save got wiped at some point. But
October 3rd, 2008.
Man.
Quick look, banjo, nuts and bolts. Quick look. Oh, because it's not pushed over to the show stuff yet. That's funny. Let's see. Oh man, there is
get off feet.
September 18th was quick look at Burnout Bikes, and then Battle Fantasia, and then Banjo Nuts and Bolts.
Yeah. I mean, what I remember, I mean, I could always be wrong, you know how memory is, but I remember coming back with that hard drive and having like a 2-week embargo on it or something like that. Because they wanted people to go back and play it for a while, so.
It is possible we recorded this and sat on it too.
I think that's how I remember it, but it doesn't matter. What matters?
It all matters. It's the history books.
What matters is the Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts is a timeless game. It's one of the best.
Here we are,
made.
12 years later. Yeah,
that's right. Let's just do some. So this is what I was talking about. Did you see Log starting to fly into frame?
Oh, it's just gone.
There's no time for Log to show up and tell any of his dumb game jokes because this thing just loads too damn fast now.
They broke the game then.
See?
It's broken.
See,
Can't play it.
Look, there he comes. Nope. Sorry, Log. Never again. That's why I still have my 360 hooked up.
Just so you can get those log
so
jokes.
I can see those log jokes. Yeah.
Well, should we log off?
That's the Xbox. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that's the good stuff, man. Good job. That's the Xbox Series X, I guess. It's cool to see the quick resume stuff working with these older games too.
Totally.
But yeah, we did a long PS5 stream this morning. If people didn't see that, that'll be going up on the site sometime shortly.
And there's more Xbox Series X and Series S stuff in a separate video if you want to see some more of the stuff there.
Did a bunch of their early stuff last week that's up on the site. You guys did that Yakuza quick look.
That's right.
New consoles are here? New consoles are here?
Well, Yakuza is on the Series X. If you want to see some more Valhalla stuff, that is on the Xbox One X.
Yes.
But you can check some more of that out.
That's right.
Hey,
that's right. I wanted to see what Phil Spencer's been up to, but maybe we'll do that some other time.
We're here.
Is he online?
I feel like we're getting closer and closer to just wrapping up 2020.
Yeah.
Just put it in a box, stick it in the closet, put a piece of tape that says 2020 on it, put it in a box and go. When consoles are done, here we go.
Can't get here fast
Here
enough.
we go.
Yes, indeed. All right. Everybody enjoy your new consoles, I guess. Are you guys...
Well, thanks, Brian. Thanks for streaming.
Yeah. Thank you guys for being here, for sure. It was fun. Always fun to dig
Thanks,
into.
everybody, for watching.
Yes. Shall I hit this button?
Yeah, hit the button.
Stay tuned. The next...
New console.
New consoles are here. The future is here. Everything's something. We'll see you soon.